So it snowed here today. What? Pretty crazy. It actually
Oh
stuck,
yeah, I saw
which
that.
is even more crazy. Actually sticking to the ground is the real miracle. I mean, let's just be real. It's just Texas. And it's funny because everyone's like super excited about a snow day here. And it's like, I look at it and I'm like, it's all right. It's like, maybe like a couple centimeters on the ground. It's snowing, it's pretty, but like, where I go to Payson, it's like, yeah, you get like 6 to 7 inches every year. You're used to
Can
like
you hear me now?
snow. Yes, yes, I can.
It did the thing where where you put yourself on mute and then you take yourself off mute, but it doesn't unmute you. It was doing that thing.
It switches your microphone back to the default. That doesn't work.
It's so stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna walk Kelsey out to her car. I'll be right back.
All right.
Yeah, I think what was it, about a month ago? It was like right after Christmas, right before Christmas. Hey, we got about, I think, 10 inches of snow.
Oh wow! See, I think
And
there
my
was one
snowblower
year
broke.
that I remember. The snowmobile broke.
My snowblower. It wouldn't
I was
start.
like, you have a snowmobile? What?
No.
You have a snowblower? What?
I've got all these things.
He's the snowplow man. He's the city villain.
You can call me the Plow King. Yeah, it's fun shoveling 10 inches of snow.
I think I only remember like 1 year where it was almost a foot that we got. Other than that, it was always like 5 or 6 inches.
I think the first year I moved into my current house, we got, I want to say 18 inches. It was like the biggest storm that we've had in a while.
Wait, what? Are you talking about snow?
Yeah.
You got 18 inches of snow?
Yeah, 18 inches over 3 days.
Oh my.
Yeah, that was fun, going out every 45 minutes to an hour to make sure that the heater condenser outside didn't fill up with ice.
Always exciting. Damn.
Yeah, it's great.
The most amount of snow I've ever seen was when I lived in Flagstaff. It was like 2.5 feet.
One time at Vegas, it snowed. It was like an inch. That was crazy.
Most snow I've seen was in Colorado. I lived in Colorado for 2 years, and oh my god, we had one snow. It was probably 2.5 feet, I think.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was awesome. My dad got his work truck, his 4-wheel drive work truck, and we put a rope behind it, and we started driving around the neighborhood on sleds, or like snow discs. And so he was whipping us around the snowbanks, and I almost died. It was great. We're all here, Ben.
Well, Nick's
Nick
walking.
just stepped out for just a second.
Yeah, we're all here. Yeah, that was fun. I almost broke someone's fence because I got launched like 10 feet in the air. It was great.
Who wants to review last week?
Well, it was mostly good.
It worked out really well for me.
For like 90% of it where we were almost dead the whole time, but like that last little bit when we were like, wait, are we actually alive right now? And we got a ship. That was like the cool last little bit. We got a ship. Like, I mean, let's be honest here. We're all really just gonna want to wipe what happened from our memories.
Oh yeah.
But that last little bit wasn't right before the last little bit where the ship that was lying in wait came out into view to blow us out from space.
Well, I like to not think of that last little bit.
Honestly, I don't remember that part.
Well, I haven't actually sorted out all my sticky notes yet, so it's on there, I'm sure. Oh, jeez.
Well, we fought the spectral remains of Captain Moriko Nash of the Sunrise Maiden. who had ventured onto and was trying to explore this drift rock long before us.
In drift space, right?
I think so, yes. She was a drift explorer of sorts. And there was something else here that could phase through walls that got to her, that killed her off.
The
So
gubble
she
bubble
left
bubble
behind.
bubble bubble.
The Garaga Kala.
The Garakakal!
I
I'm
believe
glad
that
you
we
guys
called
could say
it
that.
It's fun to say.
a Taco Bell quesarito.
Yes, yes, yes. Chalupa.
Oh, the
I thought
chalupa.
the Garaga Call was a Chipotle burrito.
Oh yeah.
Who was the oh no, the
That was the
chalupa
ghost.
was the ghost, was the
Yeah.
banshee we fought.
Hmm. And then the
Century Bot
the
was
little
a quesarito.
the drone was Diablo sauce because it was
Oh.
very angry.
Oh, that's because it was red, right? And after we fought we found, what's her name? Something Nash?
Mariko
Mariko
Nash.
Mariko Nash, Captain Nash. There we go. Now I can remember. After we found her, we fought the Garaga Call and jumped on our spaceship, right?
Yes, after everyone
We
berated
had
me
the
for running
beautiful
away, and I
origin.
activated the ship's weapons, and I started shooting it.
We were just like, you coward! Come back here!
Provided cover fire.
The Garaga Call got away, right?
Yeah, it phased into the
Oh,
wall,
yeah,
but
it
I was trying to
Finished into
shoot
the
it.
walls.
I still regret that we didn't blow up the drift rock.
Yeah.
You know how much trouble we would get in?
With the plating that we saw inside there, I don't think we would have been able to blow it up.
Oh.
Not with a.
Besides,
like a
the
small
drone saw
cruiser.
the technology, and they would be so pissed if we did that.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Let's
if
destroy the drone.
we're going to commit crime, we might as well open up what's in that crate in there, you know, because I got a feeling it's illegal.
But we're getting
We're gonna
paid
have
to
to
deliver
live
that
through
crate.
this fight first, because let's see. Because what also happened after we got the ship and off of the drift rock is we went back to the derelict.
Yeah,
ship.
picked up all the no-qual and the Oxygen's cargo.
Right, and then after that, we took 2 long rests to make sure that we were completely quarantined and free of any space diseases, and we were all healed up.
And we also picked up what's her face's
Tablet.
Oh, and her ship. You're right.
her ship.
We got her ship tied to us. That's right.
We've got the
And then I got into her tablet and told nobody.
You read all of her notes about us.
You know, all of our
Dossiers.
secrets now.
Not all of them, just apparently important ones. I guess.
Did we
The
choose
juiciest
crew
ones.
positions yet?
Nope. I'm flying the ship. That's about it.
But you
I'm
know
flying and Summer's captain. That's what we got.
I kind of went through and assigned them for everybody, but no, y'all didn't choose them.
Wait, Summer. Does
Yes.
I forgot.
Kiasi?
Chaos.
Does Kiasi know how to read?
Yo.
Yes, she knows how to read.
Not cool. Not cool, Rachel. Not
I
cool.
hope she knows how to read.
Look, I don't need this classist.
No.
I don't need this classist critique of Iskari, okay? You know?
Hey, you know, Nick, at least you're 1 for 2 for leaders that can read, because Rafal can, I assume.
Yeah, we're Falcan.
Okay.
I just don't need Rachel's, classism up in here about kids who went to school and kids who didn't, okay?
I don't think it's classism. I think that's actually technically like racism against the Kunari.
You know what? You might have a point there. I might be going too soft on her.
Because really,
Apologies, but I
we
don't
really want to
think
go
that
into
we have
Kunari
time
lore,
for this right now.
only the
I
ones that
I
important
think we
know
need
how
to talk
read.
about Rachel's bigoted attitude, okay?
Nick, instead of talking about it, I will just type it out.
I think that
I
would
have
be
a lot to say
excellent.
about Dragon Age.
That would be excellent in the next out of character session we have.
All right, fine. I will relinquish this review of what happened last session back to you, Ben.
So I think you guys pretty well summarized it. You finished your quarantine period. You've been in some level of communication back to Absalom Station. The ambassador basically said he was very pleased with your work. and look forward to your return. And as you were leaving, a ship came out from hiding and basically took up an attack position immediately behind you. So, you guys have about 30 seconds to figure out what the heck you're going to be doing on this ship, and everybody needs to take their positions.
We didn't
Okay,
even
let's
decide
bring
on
up
who
the
has
map,
what position.
But I remember that they're in the middle of the spaceship.
Oh,
There's
that
a
was
spot.
cool.
Oh wow.
That was super cool.
I'm going to the gun in the middle of the ship. That place.
Okay, so Corey's going to be the gunner.
Ooh, you added the Sunrise Maiden to our ships. Oh, this is all statistics. That's cool.
Yeah, I basically had to create it myself. It didn't actually allow me to port it over, which was a little weird, but you guys now have a ship.
That's super dope, though. I mean, it could do with a better token, you know? This token gives me a little bit of, like, flashbacks, but, you know, it's okay.
It reminds me of a Star Trek phaser.
This was the token he used for the drone, wasn't it? Oh, no, that's the
yeah.
actual ship.
Yeah, it's the actual ship, but I think it was the same token.
Yeah, it
Okay,
was.
I'm not going crazy. Okay.
Real quick, anybody gonna do science officer?
I mean,
Take magic officer.
these take, like, skill checks, right?
Yes.
So we need a gunner,
Hopefully,
magic
everyone-
officer, engineer.
Hopefully everyone took the opportunity to review Starship combat rules
Nope.
and
Not.
as fully
No.
refresh themselves.
Oh, totally.
Fully unrefreshed.
Okay.
I'm not
Because
like-
I know you guys are committed and hardworking, role players.
Yeah, it's also been a hell of a week.
I posted a link to the starship positions in the core book plus what their actions are.
Cool. Okay, so if Kiasi is captain, then we have 4 other positions to fill. We have gunner, magic officer, engineer, and chief mate. Chief mate?
Okay, so not every role has to be filled.
Oh, and there's other roles.
Yep.
Oh wait, no, those are all of them. Okay.
And let me share this one because the Starship Operations Manual added additional roles that weren't in the original. So that's where the
Just to
magic
give
officer and the
characters
chief
that
mate came
don't
from.
have stuff to do stuff.
What is the chief mate? What is that?
Okay, the chief mate.
That's the only one that doesn't like make sense right on its face.
I think they're just like a morale booster to any phase.
No.
Oh, it's like the ship's counselor?
No. The chief mate is more like an engineer, but basically, okay, here's what they did. They realized that the way they'd structured the starship combat stuff, you had to have certain skills to be very effective in those roles. And certain classes were really more only set up to be successful as gunners. But you don't need 5 gunners or 3 gunners. You only need 1. So the chief mate is someone who can use ranks in acrobatics or athletics to do things that are kind of like piloting stuff or kind of like engineering stuff.
So they kind of get to assist with their like physical labor.
Yes, they basically go and bypass safety systems and manually align thrusters and, access maintenance panels and do that kind of stuff.
I need you to move this to there.
And it gives bonuses
I can do that. I can do that.
It gives bonuses to the people who are taking on the other roles.
Oh man.
So
check off.
The chief mate has actions like they can do something called a hard turn, where they're actually manually adjusting the thrusters and the bypass systems and, telling everybody to brace themselves. And it allows the pilot to make their piloting check at at an advantage, or not at advantage, but with a bonus.
Yeah, it's like when Jane helps Kaylee out in the engine room.
Exactly.
That was a Firefly reference if you didn't get that.
I loved it. Considering I'm going to be like the preacher in this.
And then the magic officer can basically do the same kind of things the science officer would do, but with mysticism instead of engineering. So the magic officer can do something called an
Charge
eldritch shot.
cannons.
They can extend the range of a weapon by 5 increments by making a successful mysticism check. Or they can give a bonus to the piloting check by doing something called precognition, where they basically tap into some divination magic to try to forecast what's going to happen.
Battle meditation for you Star Wars folks.
Then they have scrying, which is basically you use divination to get a scan of another ship, same way as a science officer would do a scan.
Oh, I do that stuff? No, you're going to be doing that stuff.
I got you.
Oh, those are minor actions. Okay, my major actions are all piloting. Cool.
Yeah, your stuff is going to be around stunts primarily. Like you're going to position the ship, but then you have the opportunity to do stunts.
Yeah, I see that. So slide stunt, flyby stunt, flip and burn stunt, evade, barrel roll. I can do barrel rolls. Let's go.
Do a barrel roll.
Do a barrel roll.
So now the combat works more or less like this. There are 3 primary phases. The first phase is the engineering phase. And anyone who has an action that can be taken in the engineering phase can declare that they're going to be acting in the engineering phase and then say what action they want to do. Then you have the helm phase. And the helm phase is where the pilots make their piloting check. They then declare, what sort of maneuvers or things they're going to try to do. And the science officer also typically acts in this phase. And then you have the gunnery phase. Now, the thing about gunnery is that everyone will make their attack rolls, and then at the end of the round, all the damage will be dealt. So there's not like one ship attacks and the other ship attacks. Both ships attack simultaneously. So you can actually have a ship that you just destroyed still doing damage to you because they got their shots off.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So the captain can choose to act in any phase, and they generally are going to be using diplomacy or intimidation or something along those lines to get their crew members to do something, either give them a bonus on a check or try to taunt the other ship or the enemy ships into doing something stupid, basically giving them penalties to their checks and so on. Again, the pilot acts in the helm phase, the gunners act in the gunnery phase, and people can swap roles in between rounds.
Oh, so I can be like, take the helm, I'm going to the gun.
Yeah.
You could.
And vice versa.
That's cool.
Cool.
So none of these are really cemented into this is what you're going to be doing for the entire
No,
combat.
if the engineer, like, if we don't get hit and we don't think diverting power is beneficial, I can either move to the science officer or to a gun.
Okay.
And then the next round, some
So
breaks, I can go to engineering.
I will say that with guns, there are 2 gunnery stations in the ship.
Mm-hmm.
So I would allow 2 people to be gunners.
Yeah, because
Each gunner can take a normal shot without penalty. Either gunner can take basically a broadside or basically attacking twice with the -4 penalty, just like you were taking a full round action on an individual's attacks. But the arcs that the guns are in are important. So if you look at your ship,
Yeah, I can see this. We have aft, forward, port, starboard, and turret.
Wait,
so
Okay, so on the left-hand side, if you go to PC ships, and then there's the Sunrise Maiden, you can click it, and it's like the character sheet for our ship.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then on the right-hand side of the tabs there is weapons, and you can click that, and it'll show you the mount points and weapons.
yeah, so the like the gyro laser is in your forward arc. It can only fire against a target that is in your forward arc.
It
Same thing.
has a special property, broad arc. Okay, so it's like a cone.
Actually, I didn't look that up. Let me double check on that.
You just said the gyro. Is it gyro or euro? Like, let's be honest. Is it a euro?
I'm going to say
Thank
it's
you,
a gyro
Summer.
laser.
I love that Summer gets my jokes. Okay. I love this campaign. Thank you for doing this, Ben. This has been so much fun.
No problem.
All the mechanics are really like in depth, and I love it.
It's
Yeah.
so like it's been really fun learning a new system. Like I didn't realize how much we've been playing 5e lately.
Okay, so a broad arc actually will allow you to fire in an arc adjacent to the one which is installed at a -2 penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. So that one can fire either forward, aft, or
No, it can fire port, starboard, or forward.
aft is the butt, is the back.
Yes,
Okay,
correct.
got it.
And
wait,
port
what's
is the left.
Aft is your ass.
Okay, port is left.
Port is left, starboard is right.
Yeah, and the easiest way I've found to remember that is that port and left have the same number of letters.
Oh.
Oh, that is a
So-
I
good
can
way.
never remember.
So on your
And
character
aft and
sheet,
ass are the same number of letters.
on your character sheet, the ship tab, it has arrows pointing which direction those weapons attack and how much damage they do.
Where is that?
On
If you go to your character sheet,
there's the last tab on the right-hand side is ships.
Mm-hmm.
Then you should see Sunrise Maiden. There's a box underneath actions. Click on that and choose your assigned role next to it.
Oh, on my actual character sheet.
Oh my god.
And then
Awesome.
see, so
Okay.
there's ships.
Yeah, same thing. If you open up the Sunrise Maiden
Oh,
character
it just
sheet,
points.
there's a
That's
crew
cool.
tab,
Mm-hmm.
and you can select like who and see who has what actions. By
Okay, and you already assigned me. Got it. Okay.
I basically stuck everybody where I figured they would end up.
Oh, I can only see me.
Yes, on your character sheet you
Yeah.
can only see you.
Oh.
If you open the Sunrise Maiden character sheet,
I still only see Aerodin.
oh,
Maybe I
okay.
just
Well, maybe
need to refresh it.
I'm the only one who gets to see everybody.
Yeah, I see people.
You do? Why do I
Oh,
only
no,
see
I only-
Aerodin?
No, I don't. I only see Z's.
Okay. Do you see Aerodin on
Everyone else-
pilot?
No, I don't know.
Huh,
no, I
weird.
just see Z's.
All these.
Okay, well maybe that's just a thing I get for being DM.
Well, if you go to the party sheet, you can see who's in what role.
Where's that?
Yeah, so the assignments I made
it's next to
just
the combat tracker button.
assuming that it was going to work out this way is I put Kiasi as captain,
Okay, yeah.
Kore as a gunner, Zost as the magic officer, Nibbles as the engineer, Arid as the pilot, and Eden as the chief mate.
Looks good to me.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Sounds good.
And again,
I think
for like science officer,
would Eden be the gunner?
well, I looked at some skills, and basically, Eden
You have to
has-
use piloting for gunnery attacks.
well, you don't have to use piloting.
Oh, sorry.
Eden having a base attack bonus of where is it?
It's standard because she's a soldier, so it should be
He's
3, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that she's
Yeah,
basically she's
one per
level
level.
3.
yeah. My base attack bonus is 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm just gonna be a passenger this time.
So she would have a +3 along with the other things that go into that for the gunnery checks. Kore, where she put just everything in piloting, she also should have a base attack bonus of at least a +2. I think maybe also +3.
I think Solarians are full BAB as well.
So it was kind of a toss up, but
Got it.
either one. Basically, they're kind of interchangeable. They could both be gunners. They could either of them could be the chief makes. They
We
both
can
have
go
ranks in
back and forth
acrobatics and
with
They can also
athletics.
move around. Yeah.
Got it. Okay, you two are interchangeable.
And I mean, they could.
Versatility.
You could both take up the two gunner positions.
Yeah, I was going to
Both
ask if I
gunners.
could take up that gunner position as well.
Yeah, yeah, they both have full BAB.
So yeah, sure.
Okay.
Cool.
So I will move you over to a second gunner.
All right. So order of operations for the combat is engineering phase, piloting phase, gunnery phase.
Yeah.
Damage step, I'm assuming.
And effectively, each phase, both ships are like doing the same thing at the same time, just slightly different. Speed determined by like initiative from the pilot.
Got it.
And it's not even like there's not one initiative check. Every round, you make a piloting check.
To see who goes first.
Whoever rolls
Better pilot.
the better piloting goes second, so they get better. They can respond to the position of
React
the other.
to the other guy.
Got it. All right.
So you
can
want to roll
literally
high
go-
so that way you
oh.
can adapt to his fighting.
Do I do it
flankings.
on the ships or do I do it on my character sheet?
On your
piloting
character
check.
sheet, because it should give you the appropriate bonuses.
Oh, I have to
and-
click this. I have to highlight this actions thing right here. Okay, I'm ready.
And if I do want to fire, one of the weapons, I would just double click on it on weapons, or just
So again, this is the first time I've tried this, so we'll see.
okay.
Well,
I know. I was like, can I roll something? Can I try something? And since we're not targeting the other ship, can we just see if it...
And there's no battle tracker for
Mhm.
this one, so you'll never be able to target the other ship.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead.
Because there's only one target.
You
for
go
this
ahead and
combat.
test.
Okay, you click on the circle to check. It should roll it, I think.
Okay.
So we have to figure out, like, as a gunner, you have all these different actions, and so it's kind of like, okay, I'm understanding. There's no question there. Sorry.
Like as well as in combat, each player has a role to play in Starship.
Yeah, so it's like you have an action, a minor action, and then there's okay, cool. Okay.
So
So
the
then I
only
have to learn all these things along with my own skills.
so the only
Let's give it
concern-
a try.
The only concern that I have as of right now is that I can't boost our magic officer
Why not?
because I can only deal with computers.
Magic Officer doesn't need boosting. The Magic Officer provides buffs as well.
Magic
Right.
officer is more a buff /
Well,
pseudo
for
science
instance,
officer.
say like the science officer was going to scan the opponent's ship. As an engineer, I can divert power to the science officer station to give them a +2 bonus to their
Can't
check.
do the same for Magic
Or
Officer.
allow the same thing to work, because the way it describes like what the magic officer is doing when it does a scan is that he's basically
Same deal.
tuning in magically to all the information being presented on the systems and deriving information from that.
So it's a magic science officer. Same deal.
Have different functions, but the magic officer can scan the same way a science officer could.
Right.
And at the very beginning of the combats, you may want to be, you're probably the most well suited to being the science officer because you have the highest skills associated with it. So you may want to start out as science officer and then move to engineering.
That's what I figured.
And if you start by scanning the other ship, I can start by boosting our gun's range.
Yeah, so that I figure from what I have read, it's not really useful to have a engineer in the first turn of combat for that sake. Like they only can boost a little bit. They're more about fixing things that have already happened.
Okay, and here's my other question. Is there a, like, time period? Like, okay, well, I'm going to go be the crewmate now. Does that take a round? Or is it like, okay, I'm crewmate now? Like, is there, like, a 6-second delay type scenario? Or
It's at the,
Aren't a fixed
at the
length?
beginning of the round. You get to choose if you want to change a
Yeah.
station.
basically, if you're going to move from one station to the other, you have to do it between rounds. And I'd say that, there's not going to be like a penalty for that.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it was like, this takes a bonus action to switch roles or anything like that.
You're basically alt-tabbing on your computer to another station.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Who's ready to get this started?
Let's give it a go.
There's only one way to learn.
That's right. Let's do it. We're gonna blow a ship up.
If no, I'll figure it out.
Okay. So you guys have, taken off, started heading towards Absalom Station. And this ship has come up out of nowhere, taking up position behind you, and they're closing fast. So I'm going to give them a surprise round. And then we'll move into, starship combat.
Do a barrel roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes it moved.
Yeah.
That means we're
Six
faster.
fast.
That means we're faster. We can move 10 hexes.
And I believe
We can run away.
that... crap. I don't see what the range is on the coil gun.
Yeah, I don't see any of the ranges on the weapons.
Range. I don't
Range
know.
is just hit them. It's not a range.
Does category direct fire make a difference? Is that where the range is?
No. Okay, so... yeah, so a light particle beam is a 10 range shot. Where's the light
Is
laser?
that PCU?
I'm going to see if I can just pull up Starship weapons so I can have them for you.
Yeah, I've got that here. Okay, so they are within range for their light particle beam. And they are going to take aim and fire. Now, we're going to have to do this all with actual dice. So they are getting a plus 12 to this roll. It's a 14. And I do not believe that's going to hit you guys.
Our AC is 16.
Where do you see the ship's AC?
If you go to the party sheet, and then which is right next to the combat tracker and the green buttons, and then you go down to ships, and you click on that, and it'll tell you the AC, the drift.
Why isn't it
party
on
lock.
the ship's character sheet?
Oh, okay.
Because
cool.
Fantasy Grounds is dumb. In that regard.
The weapons tab.
Is it on the weapons tab? Oh, there it is. AC. You're right.
Yeah.
I haven't
So-
even seen the character sheet for the.
Okay.
The first shot misses. And they are going to take a second shot, and this one is coming from a light plasma torpedo launcher.
Cool.
Now, let me see if I can find that one. Tracking weapons. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's got a super long range. Okay. And that's going to miss.
Yes.
So I rolled a 2 and a 1. So that's its surprise round coming up behind you to attack. So now let's move into the the first phase. The helm? No, not the helm phase.
helm
Engineering.
phase.
We don't have an
Engineering.
engineer.
Engineering phase.
So the
I'm going to
opponent.
make.
Oh.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, if we don't have an engineer, then their opponent
Oh,
engineer can do it.
If you're not acting as an engineer, I'll make use of this phase to attempt to scry and scan out this other ship to determine what I can about it. Ooh, with a 25. So if I could just learn some basic information about this thing.
Okay, so the DC for that
5 plus 1/2 the tier of the ship being scanned, plus its bonus from defensive countermeasures.
Okay.
For every 5 by which I exceed, I learn another unknown piece of information.
All right, so you're going to find out several things about it. What would you like to know about this ship?
How about its defenses, size, and how many living crew on board? If I got 3.
Okay, so first thing you're able to determine is that this is a Thomtech Cairn Carver, which is another Eoxian battleship, or it's a light freighter, but it's an Eoxian light freighter. And you do not detect any living crew. You also determine that it has Mark II armor and Mark II defenses. And you also are going to find out that as far as weapons go, actually, we'll give you shields. You're asking about defenses. It does have shields, and the shields are a basic 40-point shield array. So effectively, it has 10 points of shielding in all 4 arcs at the moment.
All right. And you said it was a Thomtech what?
Cairn Carver.
Cairn Carver. That sounds awesome. I will try to relay as much of that information telepathically to the crew as I can. I think that's my round.
Next is the piloting phase.
Okay, my sound was being buggy. What did I just miss?
It's an Eoxian light freighter, a Foundtech Aaron Carver. I'm not detecting any life signs on board, but they could be Eoxian. They have Mark II armor, Mark II defenses, and basic shields, at least 10 points in each forward-facing direction.
Captain, what are your orders?
Well,
Already attacked you.
yeah, they already attacked us, so, open fire.
Okay, then. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is roll our initiative, right?
Piloting check.
Huh?
Piloting check.
Piloting check for our initiative, right?
Yeah.
Okay. $15. Not great.
All right, so you're going to be acting first.
Bummer. Then Aerodin is gonna, so I can still do my stunt, right? Right?
I thought you heard me. You can still do a stunt.
Okay, then I would like to take evasive maneuvers. So the ship moves up to its speed and can turn as normal, but it gains a +2 circumstance bonus to its AC and TL until the start of the next round. To perform the stunt, you must succeed at a piloting check. If you fail, the starship moves as normal. If you fail to check by 5 or more, the starship moves as normal, but you take a -2 penalty. Let's do it.
Go for it.
All right. Yeah!
That's pretty amazing.
You're totally able to evade.
Okay, and then do we want to be closer to them or further away from them? What's the range on our guns?
I don't know where the range is.
Okay, your guns. Your gyro laser has 5 hexes. Your light laser cannon has 5 hexes. Your light particle beam has 10 hexes.
Okay. So our gyro laser faces front, but has that ability to go to another arc. Which of our guns does the most damage?
That
Flak
would be
thrower.
No, the
No,
particle
the
beam
light particle beam.
and the
Sorry.
light laser cannons on either side.
Okay, so the particle beam can go anywhere because that's the turret. And then the laser cannons are going to go starboard, so that's off to the right. So we want to be to the right of these people as best we can. So they can move 8 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, the flak thrower says that it does more than the laser cannons because the flak thrower is 3d4 and the laser cannons are 2d4.
Yeah, but the flak thrower can only shoot something that is 1 or 2 hexes directly behind us.
The flak thrower is to take out missiles and things that are coming after you.
Yeah, so if somebody has a targeted missile and we're running from them, then you can flak thrower it before it hits us.
Okay.
So if we start moving away, they're going to have to chase us, but they'll stay on our starboard side, right? Yeah. Okay.
Another thing to keep in mind is that facing is important in this. So these guys were coming up behind you, so you were
Right.
moving away from their direction.
I wanted to try to move like this direction, like sideways, so that if they have to come up on us, they're gonna lose some distance there, and then we could keep them on our right hand side. So the light laser cannon should be able to hit them if they come up on us, right?
So the light laser cannon should be able to. See, I'm gonna go ahead.
Because we can move 10, so I can move that far, right?
Yes.
Because we're faster than they are, so we should be able to keep them at least on our side rather than right behind us. And then the particle beam and the laser cannon will be able to hit them, and then we can maneuver some more, and the flak thrower, possibly, depending on where they go. Right? Ryan, back me up. Am I doing this well?
I think.
We're going to find out.
Exactly.
Okay, and then do I do a minor action as well? Or did I do my
No.
stunt and that's a full round thing?
Yeah, that's basically if you take an action, that is your action.
Got it.
Minor
Okay.
actions only happen if you didn't do anything else.
Got it. Okay. This is fun. This is intense.
Up there, they stay more or less behind you. And
Our speed.
does the captain want to do anything, or the science officer want to do anything?
Yeah, I'm going to target system, and I'm looking desperately to figure out what that means. I'm trying to figure out like
That
what the
basically means
systems
that
actually do.
when you guys attack, if you hit, it will deal damage more specifically to that system.
Right, and I'm trying to find what those systems affect. Like if we glitch it, what does it take a -2? I'm looking for it. I can't find it anywhere.
Let's see. Trying to figure out what's the best place to find that. Because, okay, so the systems. You've got life support. Like if you look at the weapons tab on the Sunrise Maiden, the systems will be life support, sensors, weapons array, engines, and power core.
Right. But they do
You can
not
target any of
describe what
those.
they do, right?
If they start to glitch or take damage and don't function properly, then anything that's relying on those systems basically takes a
It's minus
a
2
hit
to
on
their checks,
efficiency.
right?
Yeah.
All right. So now, from what I remember, targeting the engines doesn't slow the ship down. It just makes the piloting check harder, right?
Correct.
Okay. In that case, I am going to target their weapons array. All right, so I get a plus 13 on my target versus their DC. 30.
Definitely work. So you are successfully able to target the weapons array.
All right, so when we crit, hit the enemy scores a critical hit on a natural 19. So the next attack that hits on a 19 or 20, it'll crit. And then it'll do critical damage. It'll affect the chosen system instead of the, was it a D100 roll?
Instead of doing the D100 roll, it just automatically goes and hits that system.
Right. And then if you go over the critical threshold, then other things happen. Or the HP threshold. Okay, yeah, so I have targeted... Gunners, I have targeted their weapon system. If you strike true, they'll be dead in the water soon. And that is the science officer phase.
Now, I'm going to say with the positioning of the ships that their ship is still in your aft arc. So your turret can hit it, but that's going to be the only weapon system that will actually be able to target them. So, moving to the gunnery phase. Everyone can go ahead and make their attacks.
The light particle beam.
Now, only one gunner can shoot one weapon per round, correct?
Well, we both
That
can.
was Corey.
Yeah, sorry, that was real bad, guys. I'm not a gun person. You guys need to know this about me.
Then
Maybe.
why are you a gunner?
Well, I was called to action. What else are you supposed to do on a ship? You know, this is like one of my first times on a starship. You know, I'm used
You
to
didn't take control of the particle beam.
yeah. Even maybe you should show me the ropes. Maybe I should hop over and be the.
Oh fuck.
She didn't roll much better than me. Okay, guys. Like, see, we're just over here trying to figure out how to work this new ship. Okay.
It's no class.
Shooting pool
like,
noodles
what do
at
you
each other.
expect us to do? Know what the systems are immediately? Like, come on.
What does this button do? Oh, that was
Okay.
That turned it off.
But hey, I did a great job of positioning, didn't I?
You did. Ben, we have a single node computer, right?
Duo node.
Duo node. Oh, so we get 2 points per round that we can add a +1 to our rolls.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. If you feel like you need an extra +1, take it and then do your roll.
Okay, Amanda, quick question. How did you actually roll ship attack? Like particle beam?
So on my thing, I went down to ships,
Okay.
and you see all the options.
Yes, I'm at my own character sheet.
Yes.
Assigned.
And it says Sunrise Maiden. Make sure under actions it's blue, that little thing, and it'll make all
You have to
the
check that
things pop up.
rectangle.
Yeah.
The ship isn't in my action thing.
No. Go to ships at the
Are you
bottom
on the
tab.
ship's tab?
On the
Yeah.
right-hand side of the character sheet, there should be a ship's tab that you click on.
And then you assign your roll gunner.
Yes, and it said assign ships, action, minor action, arc weapon, damage, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
those
not.
filled out or are those all blank?
Those are all blank.
Do you see Sunrise Maiden under assigned ships?
Yes, I do.
On the right-hand side of
Oh,
Sunrise
found it.
Maiden, click that rectangle.
Okay, yes.
It should go from
I
black
found
to
it.
blue, and then it'll open up all the abilities or actions you can do and weapons that you have available.
But
Yeah.
before you can roll the attack, at the very bottom, you do have to check mark in the circle which gun you wanted to fire. 'cause it wouldn't let me.
Okay.
But before you can roll the attack, at the very bottom, you have to check mark in the circle which gun you want to
Well, that was really cool coming from an echo from Nick.
Okay, so
That was weird here.
you guys,
Delay on the stream or something.
you both ships fire, and your attack misses. They again shoot with a particle beam and fire a torpedo. The torpedo locks on,
No.
and the particle beam hits,
Even with my +2?
even with your +2.
Oh,
Rolls way better than a one.
I don't know about
Unless I
that.
rolled like a 2 or something.
Pretty well. And they have a +12 to their gunnery.
Their gunners are better than ours.
Now, okay, like this is my
Burning.
first time. Just give me a chance. I'm gonna let Eden
I have
shoot.
a plus
did,
12
that was
to my
it.
gunnery, don't I?
I thought, like,
It's just
having,
a check, you said?
so we have 2 gun spots though, so how come we're only allowed to fire once?
Because they're behind us right now, and we only have the one gun that can face behind us.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Wait, I thought they were off to our side.
Nope.
No, they moved back.
They got to go
Failed us.
second, so they got to stay in the rear position.
They're on our 6.
I'm very confused how facing works then.
Well, you
So-
flew away from them, and they came up behind you.
So your ship is flying to the left of the map. Right?
Yeah.
So they came up and they stayed essentially behind you to the right of the map. So the arcs, you've got a fairly wide arc
Yeah.
directly in
They're
front of you.
45 in each arc.
Yeah.
Or 90 degree cone, right?
I wish I had a good way to just like put it on the map and show where the facing is.
The way to look at it is just look at the hexes, right? So
Yeah.
Well,
Top and
I
bottom.
did that, but I did it wrong apparently, Lucas. So that doesn't work, does it?
what do you mean you did it wrong?
It's like, yeah, like okay, because that wasn't exactly my intention. Like, because I kept trying to say I wanted to keep them on our right hand side, you know, because we can.
Well, I know
move
you
further
did.
than them.
But they get to go second, so they saw
They
how you
came
were being
around.
positioned and stayed behind you. If you gotten go second, you absolutely could have done that.
That's why going second is better.
We just gotta nuke these undead scumbags.
You can get nukes. I want to get a nuke so bad.
Make them regret the day they were never born.
Ha.
So that's 6 points of damage on your aft quadrant.
Are you keeping track of this?
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. Let me see if I can find
I don't think we can edit.
aft. There we go. And then the torpedo is homing in, and I believe it moves up to its range on the first round.
Do have Mark III armor and Mark III defenses on this ship.
Wait, what?
We have defensive countermeasures against missiles and tracking weapons.
Now would be a time that you could have the the gunner fire the
Flat cannon.
flat cannon and see if it can take out the torpedo.
Yeah.
Can we? Or like
If it
use
doesn't
weird
hit
current?
us right away.
Like, is that something like, is that like a reaction type thing? Are we allowed to do that?
I don't know. He hasn't told us what the torpedo's done yet.
I'll say it's basically a reaction because we're all learning this, and that seems reasonable.
So I can. She's BRBing. So I'm gonna give this another go, and if I fail, I'm just gonna be the crew from here.
Fire the flat cannon. Or thrower. That's better.
That's it, Eden. You take over.
I'm going to say that
Would
probably
this-
isn't good enough.
Would
Why
I
do you only
do
have a plus
courage?
4?
Would I have to do that before or after she rolls?
That does seem a little low. Let me check on that. Okay. The gunnery check. Gunnery is a d20 plus the gunner's base attack bonus or the gunner's ranks in the piloting skill. And I think we had determined that her base
it's
attack
only
bonus.
ranks in the piloting skill.
Yeah, it's not your piloting skill; it's the ranks you have.
Oh, okay. So it evens out between base attack bonus and
Yes,
skills. Got
exactly.
it. So it doesn't matter. Anybody can be a gunner as long as you have piloting or a base attack bonus. Oh, okay.
Correct. Plus the gunner's dexterity modifier, and Coria has no dexterity modifier. Plus bonuses from the computer systems, plus bonuses from the captain and science officers, plus any range penalty.
So Corey is a bad gunner.
I have a
No, I
plus.
mean plus 4. That she just doesn't have any dex bonus.
She has no dex mod though.
So we told him with the Dex mod to be a gunner.
Fine, I will do everything.
You know, I can do it.
I'll cheer you on. I'll be a crewmate next round. See how well.
So Eden would have 2 more on her gunnery skill because she's got a +2 dex bonus.
Yeah.
So I will let you, since you were AFK and Corey was just decided to roll anyway, you can go ahead and shoot the flak thrower at the torpedo that's humming in on your ship.
Okay, great. Let me just do this.
Quick question. For like encouraging or demanding, would I do that before they roll a skill or after? Like for their attackers, because I can add +2.
Yeah, go ahead.
an
You
act.
basically you declare which round you're acting in,
Oh,
and then you see if you succeed.
You roll before they roll.
Traction, gunner,
So are you going to encourage? Are you going to demand?
I'm going to encourage.
Okay. Oh, I think a 20 will
What a
absolutely do that.
Does.
Yep, it has
Ah,
a DC
fuck.
of 18. So Eden gets a +2 to his action.
Shit. No, sorry. I'm trying to.
Do you have the little black circle checked so you can roll for the attack?
Yes, I do. I just don't know.
Okay, I think this is one of those things that they updated when they've sent out the erratas and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
The encourage is basically just an aid, so it's actually should be DC 10.
It has a whole bunch of DCs like next to the rolls, so I'm just going off of that.
Yeah, no, I know. It's just I'm not sure that one's entirely correct because I think they tried to fix it so that some of these things weren't like a DC 18. Like you just saw, you've got a +3 because that's your diplomacy.
Mm-hmm.
You have to roll
They wanted to make
a
it more
15 or
average
higher.
for the lower levels.
Damn it.
So anyway, you succeeded, but I think the DC for that one should be 15, not 18. So Eden, you roll damage, but you got to roll to hit.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out where I hit, where I actually roll everything.
So
I
on
click-
your character sheet,
Yes.
if you go to the ship tab
Yes.
and your actions,
Mm-hmm.
you should have one that just says shoot.
Okay, ship actions. Oh, okay, shoot. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I would need to. Oh, come on. Then I do the flak tower, and then. Oh, come on. Flak tower, shoot.
Yeah, someone's messing with the crew rolls because my thing keeps disappearing.
Yeah, every time it goes away, I have to re-click
Yeah.
my actions.
Every time someone reassigns themselves, they it kind of clears it for some reason.
Who's switching? Who's switching?
Come on. Come on. Oh, I did it. 11.
Plus
Plus
2.
one
Okay.
from the ship this round, right?
Yeah. Plus 3?
Plus 3.
14. Let's see. That's not quite going to be enough.
Okay.
So the torpedo gets through, and that is going to be 5, 9, 10 points of damage from the torpedo.
Ooh.
So that has depleted your aft shields.
Okay, whatever you just did is what's clearing it.
Yeah.
Whatever I just did.
Yeah.
Updating. I think updating that sheet is clearing our
Actions.
actions.
Yeah, that could do it.
How much damage have we taken? I'm just trying to keep note because it doesn't do it on the ship sheet.
18 points of damage, so 8 points go to the hull.
No, you had 9 points in your shields, and I did 10 damage. So your shields absorbed 9 of it, and 1 went to the hull.
Oh,
I thought they
current
hit us in
hull
the aft
Okay.
in the last round, right?
Yeah, but that went to your shield as well. You started out with 15.
Oh, 15. Okay.
There we go.
We got Mark 3 shields.
We're going to hit a threshold and 10 hit points, guys.
what's the threshold?
He rolls on a D100 and it starts glitching one of our systems.
Yeah,
But the
basically
threshold
every-
is 11.
Every 11 points of damage the ship takes, something starts to glitch out. Okay. So that's the first round of the starship combat. Next round, engineering phase. Now, this would be where, since your aft shields are gone, you may want to rebalance the shields. You may want to regenerate some shields.
Since, what's his name? the doctor. What's his name?
Zost?
Thank you, Zost. Oh, there it is. It's up the top. Since Zost is doing the mystic officer things, I'm going to jump back over to engineering, and I will divert power back to the shields.
Okay, so we'll say the science officer is the one who has to balance the shields.
Yes, but I can heal shields, right?
The engineer.
Divert shields. You
Can
can restore an amount of
divert.
hit points equal to 5% of the PCU rating of Starship's power core.
Yes. But the magic officer does not have a similar, like, it doesn't have a role that would allow him to balance the shields as the magic officer. He has to act as the science officer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So to rebalance, like, yeah, you do what. Go ahead and do what you're doing. Just saying that you will not be able to, unless someone acts as the science officer, you won't be able to rebalance your shields, and that takes a successful computers check.
Yeah. All right. So we have a. I'm just trying to. What's our PCU rating for restoring shields?
5% of your PCU rating is 5% of 150.
All right, so we do 7. We would restore 7 shields.
Yeah.
Versus moving stuff around. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to divert and restore 7 shields.
All right, go ahead and make your diversion check.
Let's see. I have a 15, so I auto succeed.
Excellent. You successfully divert power back
Diverting
to the
power
shields.
to the rear shields, the aft shields.
So you regenerate 7 points in the aft
7
shields.
points to the aft shields.
And that is your turn.
That's
Captain, would you like to
my
do
engineering.
anything?
Yeah, I want to go ahead and we already know all the information about the ship, correct?
You got a pretty good bit of information. You don't know all of it yet.
I'm going to do a minor action for visual identification to find information out about one of their weapons.
Okay.
And I
So you
will
specifically
roll-
want information about a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, because it says if I succeed, I can learn the first unknown piece of information on the list below from all
Well,
basic
technically, you
information.
don't actually have all your basic information yet. So, since the magic officer specifically wanted to find out about defenses and stuff, I focused on that. So there's still some other generic information you'll get first.
Okay, I'll do all basic. So I will roll a computer.
Okay, go for it.
In computers.
That is successful. So, you are able to determine that this ship, it has 40 shields. You know that you know enough about the ship to see that it's actually quite fast. It is faster than your ship. It has a speed of 12. It was just maintaining a proper positioning behind you, so it was never moving its full complement of speed. And it has a crew complement of 6.
What does that mean?
Means it's got a captain, an engineer, a pilot, a science officer, and 2 gunners.
They've got just as many crewmen as we do.
This makes no sense to me. They specifically say on this little sheet that they have gunnery plus 12. But there's no way their ship has like that much better stuff than y'all's does.
Yeah, because that's crazy. Because like, if
I
I
was reading-
am one of our best, I'm our best shot, right? Because I have a +4 to my dex, I have a +3 base attack bonus.
Yep.
That's only 7.
Yeah. I don't know where they're getting a plus 12. So
Yeah, that's unless they're level 8.
no, it wouldn't make sense. Starship Combat was one of those things they had to do a lot of work on when this game first got released, and this was the very first adventure path they put out. So I'm going to subtract a good 5 from. I'm going to say their gunners are Aridin level, so they're going to have a +7 instead of a +12.
That's fair. We are newbies here. Okay. We're learning.
Okay. Sorry. So that's what you find out about the other ship. It's drift engine capable. It's roughly the same size as you. It is faster than your ship, has fewer shields, fewer hit points, and so on.
All right,
But-
I will relay that information. Specifically that they are faster than us.
All right. Now moving into the helm phase.
Right before we get to the helm phase, is the port or starboard laser cannon occupied by anybody?
I was in the middle one. Whatever the middle one was.
You're in the turret.
light particle beam. In what gun are you
So-
manning?
You can any gunnery station can man any of the guns. This isn't quite like the Millennium Falcon where there's actually a gun you have to go sit in. This is more like
There's
There's
a
a-
computer that
We can do it
controls
from
the
our
gun.
tablet.
this is
Right,
more
but-
like Star Trek. There's a computer's weapon station, and
Right, but in order to kinetically charge one of those cannons, I need to know which one is being sat at to get the bonus.
Oh, you want to know which guns to
Well, you-
power up?
you could,
Um,
well, you will need to. I think you'll need to wait on that if you can, because the one that needs to be charged to be fired will depend on the positioning of the ships after the helm phase.
Because it's an engineering phase action.
Oh, okay. Well then,
It is a push action. I don't know if that means you can declare it
No,
now
and
and
wait.
take that.
that actually means it's a little harder.
Okay.
So I would suggest then that you just do the turret because the turret can fire into any arc.
So I'll charge up the turret with a mystic shot. Eldritch shot, rather. Not with the
We are
101.
rocking this, guys. Rocking it. Good thing we have a captain.
Okay. There does not seem to be anything that.
Yeah!
Yes.
Eridan's had enough of this shit.
Okay. So, oh, I don't know. Let's see. That was a good roll.
Got a natural 20. They could fuck off.
Well, he got a 26.
Well, I got a 32. Suck
So, yeah.
it.
Well, that's
All
not
right.
necessarily a good thing because we're still moving first again.
No,
No, that means we're moving second.
that means you're moving second.
I thought the higher you rolled,
No, it's whoever gets the highest gets to go second. They get to
You get
make
to
their
react
move
to the
after
other
the other.
Yeah,
person.
in this situation, it is more advantageous to react to the positioning. So whoever has the better piloting check gets the reaction position.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, well, this guy, since you have outdueled him, he is going to see about doing a stunt.
Yeah, I believe in the heart of the cards.
Oh, crap, where did the list go?
It's on the. It's all on the actions thing.
Okay, I think he's going to do
Do a barrel roll.
a flyby attack.
Uh-oh.
no.
Yeah. So they are going.
So during the following gunnery phase, you can select one arc of your starship's weapons. Okay, so it doesn't fire right away.
Yeah, it still goes in the gunnery phase, but basically they can pick any arc and fire at your ship.
That's okay. Looks like they move through our hex.
Basically, I mean, I'm going to run them basically immediately beside it because it amounts to the same thing. But
They have enough movement, and I assume their maneuverability.
they also
is
need to
them getting around.
succeed on the piloting check before they do it.
that is true. So the DC for this.
Because this is a harder one to do, right?
So this is a 15. Okay, so DC 17.
Why is my DC? Oh, they have a smaller ship. Okay.
So he succeeds. And they basically move right on through there. Okay. So that is his positioning. And his basically you're getting the better position, so their aft quadrant is now, being targeted.
So I want to then do evasive maneuvers, which I succeed
Success.
at.
Yep.
And then I want to then let's see. They're on the top and the aft gun, right? Right? You're on the light laser cannon, so I need it to the right. So if I go there, can I do our facing where she can shoot with the light laser cannon?
I would suggest that you go there.
There. Okay.
And then you'll be facing kind of parallel to them, so you get both the forward and the side arc.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and I appreciate whoever's doing the arrows. That's very helpful. Okay. So, for their gunnery phase, they get one shot off on their forward. On their forward beam.
And we get +2 from evasive maneuvers.
And that's still going to hit. They rolled well.
Even with only a +7?
Yep, they rolled a 16.
Damn.
Okay, so they are going to hit with their light particle beam. And now you guys, either one gunner can make 2 attacks at a produced, or 2 gunners can make an individual attack, one with the turret and one with the light laser.
I think maybe we should split it up.
Yeah, individual attacks.
Yeah.
You get better attack bonuses that way.
Okay, I'll fire the light laser cannon. Oh shit. Yes?
Oh, you into the light laser?
Yeah.
Awesome. Do it.
We're learning.
Go ahead.
Come on.
That's not quite going to be enough.
I literally
Okay.
I rolled a 6 last time.
And then the turret. And
So
remember,
then,
you guys can take a +1 to your roll.
so if we're splitting it up, is it a fire at will or is it just a shoot?
It's just shoot.
Okay. Hey! Nope, that's not the right button either. We'll try the next button. We'll see if that helps.
Don't worry, we're learning on the job. We're trying our absolute best right now. Don't.
We got the children.
I think.
Okay.
Corey, I think we should, kind of be eyeing the escape pods a little bit.
I know they're pretty close, right?
Let's see. How am I going to do this? There's got to be a selection mode on here. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, more space. More space for space. Nimble's messing around on this. I forgot about that meme.
All right, and it is
Rachel,
the,
we
it's
need
the engineering
memes
phase.
with spirits up. Well, our engineer said BRB. Is he B? I don't think our engineer is B. Captain,
Would
it's up to
actually,
you.
yeah, I would like to take this. Sorry, go ahead.
Zost is going to try and swap over to the science officer role to try and balance out the shield.
Okay. Got to
Mr.
make a
Moore.
computer's check.
Team,
That's a
I think
success.
that's the DC. Oh yeah. I don't know what that does, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
That's
Balancing the
something that
shields.
sounds like it needed to be done.
Well, you did it just well enough.
I was not expecting to succeed at that, if I'm being honest.
Oh, I did it! I did it! Who's got the Chekhov voice?
Yes, please.
Oh yeah, it is eating it, isn't it?
Yes, I.
Almost the checkout voice.
I can do that. I can do that.
Where is that one?
You can balance the shields, redirecting power from one quadrant to protect another with a successful computer's check. You can spend shield points from the shield in one quadrant to the shield in another quadrant, including to depleted shields. After rebalancing, every shield must have at least 10% of the total current shield points. Alternatively, you can add up the shield points from all the remaining shields and evenly distribute them to all 4 quadrants, putting any excess in the forward. So we'll go for that one. The last
Shield
one.
Okay.
points.
So just
All right, so 13 in every quadrant.
Where are the shields? Oh, is it these arcs?
Yeah,
Okay,
under
arcs,
weapons.
starboard, aft. Okay, what's GMW?
Glitching,
Malfunctioning,
malfunctioning.
wreck. I should
incorrect.
just hover over it. I got it.
all right. That's
So-
Joss's turn.
We're doing better. All right, Captain, let's go.
Okay, so technically the science officer acts in the helm phase, but that's okay.
So that's how we start our helm phase, moving
Yep.
before the piloting.
All right, let's make the piloting checks. We'll let him do an engineering thing when he
Well,
gets back.
did the captain want to do anything during engineering?
Yeah, I want to Tom. So
You want to what?
I want to taunt the ship.
Oh, you
I
want to
can-
taunt
I
the
can
other
open-
ship?
Yeah.
Open a hailing frequency.
Huh?
You open a hailing frequency.
Frequency open, Captain.
So let me roll a bluff check. Hopefully it rolls well. I'm still not sure like if these DCs on mine are correct or not.
Team?
Well, let's see.
Yeah, because that's one of the harder ones.
Yeah.
That's a push.
Literally all of mine are like that. They're all 19s or 18s.
Mine are all 19s and 14s.
I think this one's probably appropriate. So, yeah, I think it should be
Yeah, it's hard.
DC 17.
Mhm.
It's hard to taunt people.
Especially
It's hard to
since
do
we
anything as
haven't
the
hit them
captain.
yet.
I mean, we haven't even got a shot off on them, so they're probably not super intimidated by us.
Well, we're learning. I think next round we're gonna hit them. Hopefully.
All
And
of
let's
the
see.
good stuff I can do as an action as a captain. I can't do to like 6th level, so
Crew actions. Yeah, so for the taunt, yeah, it still looks like it's supposed to be DC 15 plus 1.5 times the enemy starship tier.
Oh, the enemy starship tier.
Yep.
So are DCs lower?
What do you mean?
Oh no, my piloting stuff's for our ship, not the enemy ship.
Yes.
Good, Nick. This is fun. This is hard. There's a lot here.
There's a lot here. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so let's make piloting checks now.
Let's do it. Ooh, not bad.
And you're gonna go second again.
Fuck yeah. Fuck you.
All right. So these guys are going to attempt to do evade.
It'd probably work for them. Hasn't worked for us.
Well, you guys have been missing anyway, so
Okay. Okay.
Purpose.
Okay. I don't like that. I feel insulted.
Who knows? Maybe they failed their piloting check.
no, they succeeded on the evade check.
Okay.
So they're going to continue to move. And they have was it good? Yeah, they have good maneuverability, which means that when they turn, they have to move 1 unit for every increment they turn. So I believe that means they can do that sort of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because that would be they turn, move 1, turn, move 1, turn. Yeah, so they're going to orient themselves that way, and they're now facing in that direction.
Okay.
Head on collision, playing chicken now. Since firing
So-
him isn't working. Just crash into him.
Nick, what would you like to do? Or, excuse me, Aridin. It is your move.
If we fly over them and do a barrel roll, can all the guns shoot at them?
No.
Is that how that works? How does the barrel roll work? I'm trying to make sense of this. Does it just flip one side guns to the other? Is that all it does?
Yeah, basically it makes your starboard. In other words, if your best gun or the gun you want to use, or the one that's still functioning or whatever, is on your starboard side, but they're on your port side.
Oh, okay. It'd let us flip.
Yeah.
So if we rammed them, how would that work?
I honestly don't know because I don't have any
That just would not be good.
information for ramming a starship.
It just says I have one of my actions here says ramming speed. Oh, here we go. To perform this stunt, you must first succeed at a piloting check. If you succeed, you then attempt a gunnery check against the enemy starship's AC upon entering that starship's hex. If the gunnery check succeeds, your starship collides with the enemy starship, dealing collision damage to each based on your starship's speed and the sizes of the two ships. The base collision damage equals some equation there, half your starship speed. So we're bigger than them, right?
I think the ships are about the same size.
We're about
Oh,
the
okay.
same.
I thought we were bigger for some reason. Okay. Then
Where are you seeing that anyway?
it's on Aridin's ship tab as one of my actions that I can do as the pilot. Okay, then I guess we're gonna do if we do the flyby then. Where's my flyby here? So flyby, the ship, we would move through them and we wouldn't provoke, and then we'd get our attacks. So flyby.
Okay, so basically, if you fly by, even if you end up with your aft pointed at them, you can still shoot a forward arc gun.
We're flying by.
All right, go for it.
Yeah, 29. We did it.
No, I said you. Yeah, you totally succeeded. Just where are you
Okay.
going to position yourself?
So that means we just move through them, right? So we're gonna go there, there. Oh wait, hold on. Oh god, go away, lines. Okay, thank you. Because I have to turn like. Oh wait, how do I turn us like this? That's too sharp, right?
No, that's fine.
Okay, and then. So can I do that?
Absolutely.
8, 9, 10,
That's 10.
and then we'll shoot them as we go by, right?
Yep.
And
I
then
mean,
now
we
they're
would
now they're
also-
facing the wrong direction, so they'll have to take a lot of movement to kind of try to chase us.
Very true.
Hell yeah! Fire away, guys!
I mean, we'll try. We'll give it a shot.
We will
You
try.
can teach me the ropes.
Okay.
I believe in you.
That's a lot of
And
pressure.
so that's
Perfectly fitting. backstory I wrote.
The other good
So-
thing is, since they did not do a flyby, they just did evasive maneuvers. The fact that you ended up where you ended up, they don't have any guns in the aft quadrant, so they can't shoot you.
Get wrecked! Aerodin for pilot.
All right. So because we did a flyby, the guns on the port.
So
are
you have a
open, right?
turret that can fire in any arc, so it can still hit them.
Okay.
And then you can select one of your other ones, either light laser cannon or your gyro laser. Any of those can be shot.
Okay.
Do they do different things to the enemy ship?
They do different amounts of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any special conditions.
That'd be cool.
I mean, technically different amount. I guess it depends on your role. I guess one of them can only very lowest is 2.
I mean, the light laser cannon, if it hits, minimum 2 damage, maximum 8 damage. The gyro laser is minimum 1 damage, maximum of 8 damage, but it has the ability to shoot into, basically, if it's mounted forward, it can shoot forward, starboard, or port.
Okay.
Oh, so the gyro laser just has that wider arc, so that it's more
Yes.
utility gun. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll shoot the light laser cannon again. I have a good feeling about it.
Do it. Get it.
I'm here for you. We took
Okay.
all the other buttons.
I'm just
You
going to go
did
ahead
it.
and tell you. Their AC right now, with the evasive action, is 17.
Oh, okay. You got this. You got this. You got this. No sweat. Come on.
I read the user manual. I think I got this. Okay. I think this is the button. I'm not really good at this ship combat.
Oh no.
God
Oh, that
damn it.
wasn't the button. Nope.
Oh
That was
no.
You were holding the book upside down. How
Oh,
could you? read
dang it! It was actually on the right. Okay. Well, if
All
you're
right,
going,
Corey, come on.
I think that that button over there. I think that's good.
Come on, Corey.
We just need to hit this damn thing.
Yes!
All right.
We
So-
finally hit something.
17? Yes.
What arc do you want to fire it into?
Uh,
Do you want
You
to hit
get
their
to
forward
which part of
shield,
their
their
ship
aft
do you target?
shields?
a forward shield. Let's go for shooting them in the face.
Is there any shields that's been wounded?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No.
since you're back now,
Our
if
first
you want
hit.
to take your engineering action, go right ahead.
Right. How are our shields looking?
Zost managed to balance them out.
But you are a total of 8 points down. So if you want to boost them up again, you'll be
Yeah, that's all I can do in the engineering. So I'll just boost them back up to
okay.
-1.
So that's 15 on the front. Where do you want the -1 to be? Because you're 1 point short.
Well, we have 15 everywhere except for the aft, right?
If that's the way you want to do it, yeah.
Well, no, I can just heal. I don't know where we've been
Well,
hitting
yeah.
the shields.
Basically-
Zost balanced them all out to 13 everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Technically,
Then-
you would have done this first, and then he wouldn't have had to balance them. But
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
Still.
just -1 in the aft.
okay. All right. Now, you guys have finally hit. You're hitting the forward quadrant. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yay!
Roll damage on your light particle beam.
Yay!
All right. So that takes out.
That's good damage.
Yeah, that takes
Oh,
out their
yeah.
shields, and you flow over 2 more to their ship. Okay. And it's back to the engineering phase.
All right. Feeling the roar of camaraderie, I'm going to divert power to the weapons. So, sending it to the Starship weapons, treat each die roll that is a 1 this round to have rolled a 2 instead.
Well,
Okay.
you know, that could be useful.
Well, especially if you hit with that 2d4 and you roll 2 1s, that's 4 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it meant
basi-
like. I thought it meant like attack ones. It's like, well, we've been rolling ones, so that could be helpful, but then we'll only get a 2, so not so
No,
much.
damage dice, not.
Damage dice. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
otherwise I would have to be the science officer and do target systems so that way you guys get higher crit range, but I figured extra damage.
We will take it, because you know what? We're gonna hit him again. We figured it out.
We're going to
We found the button.
we're going to hit it next time.
We went to click the button, and there was a cover on it, and so I opened the cover and clicked the button. So we figured
Oh,
it
it's the
out.
red button, the big red one.
Okay.
We're colorblind. It's dark down here.
Oh my god, yes.
Dark.
I'm a mouse.
And let's move into the helm phase, unless the captain would like to do something.
I got excited.
No, I don't think so.
Real quick, rejoining as a magic officer, going to try and charge up one of the laser light cannons for extra range, but failed to do so.
Okay, and that was a tie on the piloting check, but you have the higher piloting bonus. You go first.
Woo! No, I go second.
Or second, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So these guys are going to.
I really
Again.
like being a pilot, y'all. It's like its own little mini game.
They think by getting about there, they should be in a pretty good position to do what they want to do.
Where are they facing?
They're facing the last direction they moved.
So left. Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
If we do another flyby, ooh, we're going to be in a really good spot. I want to try it.
All right.
Apparently, we only hit them during flight.
Yes! Let's wreck these nerds. So we can literally just fly through their space. So that's 5. And then if we go like... Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold on. Back. No. And then we can go 6, 7, 8, 9. We can just start like getting away from them, kind of, right?
Yep.
Because now we're facing this way. Up. Okay, cool.
Okay, now I'm going to have to look at the range on a coil gun.
But flyby successful, so fire away!
Okay.
And I was like, get a fire again.
Yeah?
So I'm not sure who's moving around the arrows, because I can't seem to actually move it.
I can't either.
I can, like...
That's right. It's purple arrows.
We're going north. There you go.
Okay.
Got you, Ryan.
So, let's go ahead and make our gunnery checks.
Okay.
Has anybody used their +1s yet on the ship?
No.
All right, each of you get a +1.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to do.
So it looks like they're going to hit your aft shields with the coil gun.
Oh boy.
Okay, we figured out how to use it, and so rolls are only going to work from here on out.
Go ahead and make your attacks.
All right. Okay. I'm going to shoot. I'm going to do this. I am going to do this. I believe in myself. I believe with the power of
God, now
friendship.
you're using.
20!
Yes! We
Well
believe!
done.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the light laser cannon.
Hey, do we get any bonuses for firing at close range?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Just a question. Continue with the natural 20.
Well, that's where I actually need to look up what the deals. I think it just immediately deals.
Do you get burn damage too? Let's go.
No, it does a critical damage
Yeah,
threshold.
so critical damage is scored
you
whenever a
glitch the
gunnery
system.
check results in a nat 20 on the die, and damage is dealt to the target ship's hull. So you actually still have to do enough damage.
Oh, just blow them up. Let's go. So she doesn't get extra dice? It just goes straight to the hull?
No, you've got to overcome the shields. It just, you don't worry about a critical threshold. It just does critical damage. So basically, you're going to make a system start to glitch.
Oh, cool. So it like hits a vital spot on their ship. Okay.
Basically. Okay. So,
Literally a critical.
Good.
don't roll damage yet. We'll hang on to that.
Okay. I'm
And Corey, go ahead and roll your attack.
Come on,
the
get a
first
natural
time.
20. Still really good.
Close,
That's another hit.
Aiden and I, we are gunners now. We figured it out.
Okay, and so I assume you're both targeting the forward shields again?
Yeah, hit him in the face.
Okay. So, now we all roll damage. So they're going to roll their damage first. 4d4 against your aft shields. So there's a 4. 2 is 6. 2 is 8.
That's a really long range weapon.
It is.
It's
And
one of the best,
4
like, starter
is 12.
weapons.
So 12 points of damage.
We still have
no.
shields. We still have shields.
To
We
your
have, 14
aft
we have 2
shields.
left.
Oh, that's right. You boosted them. Hell yeah.
Okay. So that was their damage. Now, we'll start with Corey's damage. So Corey, go ahead and roll your damage on their front shields. Well, just on their ship, but all right. So that is 8. That takes out their
But
shields.
one
So the
is a
one's a 2.
That is, oops, that's 9. So
Way to go.
that takes out their shields, and 3 points bleed over.
Eden, blow them up.
What did I?
So
You
Eden,
read the manual.
go ahead and roll your 2d4 damage.
All right. Okay.
Nice max
damage.
damage.
Yes!
That's going to put them past the threshold.
Yeah. So that's going to
2
put
glitches.
them. Yep. Okay. So here we go. Glitching.
That's what I call a critical.
So if you roll 2 of the same category, then you move it from glitching to malfunctioning.
Correct. So we're gonna let Eden do this, since she was the one who got the critical hit. If you will roll me a d100.
All right. How would I?
Right click on your D10 and then hit the percentile dice.
Okay.
Do we want her to roll high or roll low? Roll high, right?
Just, it doesn't really matter. 9.
That's a 9.
You hit their life support
They're all
systems.
undead. It doesn't
Oh.
matter.
Oh.
So
Fuck.
the life support is now glitching.
It's no guarantee they're Yoxians.
Well,
A glitching
we
system
scanned them
isn't
first,
operating
undead.
at peak
Oh,
performance.
I guess they
Crew
could be.
actions involving the system, except the hold it together and patch engineer actions, take a -2 penalty. So all of their captain's actions are now taking a -2 penalty.
Hey.
Hey.
Get wrecked, Cap.
So go ahead and roll me a d100 again.
All right. Let me try this again. We're at D20, D100.
64. Engines.
-2 to piloting.
So, yep, -2 to all the piloting checks.
Hell, fuck yeah.
Great job, Eden.
I read the manual. I also realize I am a bit colorblind, but I can look.
Okay. And we're back to the engineering phase. So their engineer is going to attempt to fix the system. And that is not going to succeed.
Yeah.
I don't believe.
Which is a patch, I believe.
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
Yeah, reduce the effects of a critical condition, number of actions.
Okay, DC glitching 10 plus 1.5 times your starship. Oh, so that actually will succeed.
Yeah,
So
it gets
they're going to
significantly
patch
worse
the
if you get them
engine.
into malfunctioning. It's harder to fix.
Yeah, the worse it's behaving, the harder it is to fix. But he patches the engines.
Oh, dear.
Would you guys like to do anything on your engineering phase? Well, that did mean he didn't get to spend time trying to recharge the shields.
Exactly. Hit him in the face again. I'm just gonna bump our aft shields by 7 again.
Okay.
Seems like a good plan.
It's really the best thing I can do.
I mean, that is a good idea. I'm not kidding. Like,
All right.
I wish I could be
Helm.
the science officer and then
And-
target, because then we could really hone in on the.
Zost is going to try and scry to get an idea of how many hull points they have left.
Okay.
Take a +1 if you need it.
Don't need it with 18.
Oh,
Are
so
you
that's auto
sure?
success.
Unless I could take a +1.
I don't see the DC on here.
It
it
says
says
9.
9.
Oh, DC not really? Wow.
It's a,
No,
But then for-
scanning is that way as well. It's really low.
yeah, but it's
It
that
countermeasures
list
is
of
the big thing.
information, and then for every 5 of which you exceed the check by, you get extra information.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess I can give you. I would assume hull points is probably.
Defenses, total and current hull points,
All right,
and
so
total shields for each quadrant.
okay, I'll give you that information then. So they are down on their forward shields. They have 10 points in the other 3 quadrants, and they have a total of 40 hull points, and they are down 13.
Nice. 27 left.
However, now that it's the helm phase, their science officer is rebalancing their shields. So 30 divided by 4, so they have
Jumping the gun again.
So I guess they have 7 points in basically all their quadrants now.
It's all happening at the same time.
I'm messing with you, Nick. I'd be jumping at the bit to be piloted too.
It's fun.
Okay. Now, piloting check. I made
They
my
get a
roll.
-2.
No, they fixed that.
Oh.
So they do not get a
Their
-2.
captain has a -2 now.
Oh, they fixed their engines. Got it.
Yep.
Still. Okay.
So what's your total?
I got a 21 total.
All right, well, he rolled a 19
Get wrecked, nerd.
plus his.
Oh, I thought you got a 19
No,
total.
he rolled a 19.
Oh, no,
we're going
that's not
first.
good.
So you get to go first this time.
Can I make a suggestion?
Run away.
If you get behind him far enough, he still has to maneuver, wasting time. So we might be able to do a wide arc behind them. So even if they do a flip and burn, it still wastes a lot of time.
Is that 1 hex or when you go?
That would be 2 hexes.
That's 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. So would I be able to turn that sharp on our first move?
What's our maneuverability?
Yeah. Because that's basically you move to there. You're now turning 1 hex, going straight for a while, turning 1 hex.
Yeah.
but
so
that is one hex too many. So you need to pull back to either of the
That's
two
1,
hexes.
2, 3,
One
4,
down
5,
from where you're at.
6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, you're right. Okay. So, or let me redo it. Hold on. Can you delete it? Go back there. go away. Ah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so maybe if I go more like this. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Basically, you have up to 50.
10. So that puts us like right behind them?
Does
No.
his
I
first
would
movement have to be in the same direction that we were already going?
No, I will consider that you
we
move.
can turn on one hex. So we
Yeah.
have to move one hex before we can turn.
Like, he couldn't go to the the southeast hex.
Gotcha.
That would
As
be
long
too
as
much.
he's, like, in the same facing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to keep the same facing, Nick, I think we would want to go down, not up. So that way we have our starboard laser cannon facing them.
So basically that.
That's what I would think, right? Because you'd be like turning into where their ship is coming from.
Oh, okay, I get you.
Because if we went up, then our
Yeah,
ass
yeah,
end is
yeah,
facing
like
them,
that.
right? Yeah.
Okay, that looks good.
Yeah. And this guy,
And then I could do a stunt and like do evasive. Yeah, I'll evade also. Success. +2.
Nice. +2 to both ACs or just one AC?
Both.
Nice.
Nice.
To AC and TL until the start of the next round.
Target lock. Target
okay.
lock.
As much as I would love to do a flip and burn, like, I don't understand the flip and burn because it's like it should
It's
be
a
called burn
literal
and flip.
180.
Well, yeah, but it should be called burn and flip.
Oh,
Because like I want to do a 180 and then move, but instead the flip and burn makes you move and then do the 180.
Because otherwise the gravitational pull, like the physics of it would fuck over the people inside of the spaceship.
I've seen
You
the
have to
Expanse.
flip
They
over
don't have
and
the
then
juice.
exactly they do the turn and burn.
So instead, we're doing.
Did we figure out what its maneuverability is? It good or perfect?
it's really good.
I think it is perfect.
If it's
'cause they don't
perfect, then they
have to
can
move
turn
around.
on their hex. Like they don't need to move a hex
Oh,
before they
then
turn.
No,
it's just below that.
Yeah,
So
it
good.
has the same maneuverability as you guys do. It's a good
so you have
maneuverability.
to move a hex before you turn. If you have perfect, you can move on your hex. Or turn on your hex.
That's 45. And they're going to do a flyby. Or at least attempt to do a flyby.
Now,
Oh, I don't know if they
I
made
do
it.
have a question.
How to use the guns.
Can
The DC is like 19. It's pretty high.
They did not
Is it
make it.
minor action?
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, can
Okay.
we
How
have them
much did they
demoralize
fail
them or
by?
something?
It doesn't matter. You guys get a free attack against the starship as it moves through your square.
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh yeah, it provokes an attack of opportunity. Nice.
Basically.
Okay, let's go. Fire away.
He was totally counting on that. Okay, so you guys, I don't know that it makes a huge amount of difference here. No, I guess it would. It's a free attack, so you guys will get 3 shots at it.
All right.
You take 2, I'll take 1.
Let's go.
Okay, so yeah, I feel yeah. Okay, I'm gonna hit it.
Now, did the captain pitch in anything yet?
Captain's been eerily silent.
I was
this
going
whole...
to use erratic movement, but they failed anyways, so it's all good.
So
you
does
can
that mean that the
bolster.
captain can take a shot?
No, the captain can
The only
bolster
shot I can
the
take
gunners.
is snapshot, but that's at a -2 as long as no other actions are taken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Well, no,
If she takes a snapshot, then no gunners get to shoot.
Yeah, the gunners can't take a
Oh,
shot.
it's a team thing. Okay,
So
got it.
snapshot
Yeah, and
is designed
I have
for
a
one-person
-2
fighters.
to that, so it's not really worth it.
Yeah, so snapshot is used for like one-person fighter pilot or
Yeah,
fighter
exactly.
jets, so that way they can take a piloting action and a shooting action on a turn.
But since they're having to split their attention between the two, they're not quite as good at the shooting.
But the captain can encourage.
Yep.
For one attack roll,
I
right?
can do that, or yeah, I can. I'll encourage.
Push them.
I don't know what that means.
It gives
I
them a
assume
+4 instead of a +2 to their.
But the
attack roll.
DC is higher.
Yeah, it's higher.
I don't see anything that says.
It's threaten, I think. Taunt.
Oh, I have
no.
demand.
Demand. Yeah, demand is higher.
But that's on
but
that's to a check.
And
not
it's
an
also
action.
yeah, and it's also an intimidate check.
And I only have +1 to that.
Intimidate your crew to make them do better.
No, I'll roll to encourage. Corey. If I pass it, that is. I did.
Yep. No, but again, I believe your DC should be 10 for this because that's what the rules say.
Oh, I thought you said 13.
Well, I went back and I looked, and it says here.
They had the errata on Aeon SRD. It's 10.
Yeah, so encourage. You can encourage another member of a crew to give her a bonus to her action. This works like aid another, granting a +2 bonus to the check required by a crew action if you succeed at a DC 10 check using the same skill.
So she would have to use piloting or whatever the gunnery skill to get a 10.
Yeah, so it'd be either piloting. Yeah, basically just be piloting or base attack.
So it's 15 if you're not using piloting. 15 diplomacy.
Yeah, it's 15 as a diplomacy check. So, what is your piloting skill?
I have a I have a +5 to piloting.
Yeah.
Do you have any points in it?
I have 2. I have 2 ranks in piloting.
So I'm just going to go ahead and say we'll roll that 8 over. You roll piloting, you succeed. Corey gets a +2 on her roll.
So for future, your gunnery. What's your dex, Captain?
I don't have a dex mod.
Okay, so you have 2 points. So technically, diplomacy is better for you, but in the future, if you get dex bonus or whatever, then you might want to.
Diplomacy is better for her for everything that's not
being the captain.
No, that's the check she just made because it was pilot. Like the DC for a diplomacy check is a flat 15. So if she's trying to do the same, like if she made a computer's check to help the science officer, it's a 10.
Gotcha.
If she uses diplomacy instead, it's a 15. So diplomacy is only better.
Okay, gotcha.
If her skill in that particular role is not as good.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Anyway.
So you want me to roll my piloting skill?
No, I'm just going to roll your 8 over. So you succeed.
Oh, okay.
And now we move into the attack phase.
These are reaction shots.
Whoever's going to take the attack of opportunity can roll it first.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I don't feel as good anymore. Okay.
You got this. You got this. It's just a little confusing because usually we're like going towards them and they were coming towards us.
Oh, 16?
Still good.
16?
Still good.
Yes?
Can we still add a +1 to a roll?
No, that hits.
Oh, thank God.
Good.
Okay.
Yay!
Hey!
Okay, now, because of their move, they get to shoot with their forward arc. So they're going to shoot with your light particle beam so they can hit you. That is not going to hit.
Yeah! Evasive maneuvers.
And now you guys can shoot both your the turret and your starboard or forward arc.
I'm going to try to hit it
Excuse
with
me, your
the-
port or forward arc. So you have the gyro laser.
Oh, God. Yeah, okay. I'll shoot with the light laser cannon. Hopefully. Hey!
Yes, you will.
Yeah. Blow 'em out
Another
of the
hit.
sky. Let's go.
You can make your attack.
Yes.
Corey on the turret.
Intimidated now.
Hey!
Hey!
For a hit.
We did it! Me and Eden, we have gunner buddies.
We get one more.
Got a
We get
bunch
one
of
more.
We get one more. I thought you said 3.
That's all 3.
Oh, I didn't see
Yeah.
Eden roll her second one. Okay, it was a 16 and a 21. Nice.
Rocked it. Rocked it.
We did it. Yay.
Okay. So your first shot will hit their forward arc. Your last 2 will hit their aft arc.
All right. So do I roll damage for the first one?
Yep. First roll on the light laser.
5.
Are one still 2s for this round or no?
No.
All right.
No,
That is
I
absorbed
did
by their
I did
forward
shields
shields.
this round. I didn't bolster weapons.
Aw.
And now the one on the aft.
6.
Noise. Noise.
Absorbed by their aft shields. Now Corey.
Kick their ass.
Okay, so that is 8 points of overage. So that is another critical threshold.
Woo!
So, Corey, if you'd like to roll me a D100.
Seven. That has to be lucky, right? Like that can only mean good things.
Engines.
That hits the engines again.
Yeah.
Real quick. Critical threshold is... Oh, it's 1/5 of the HP points.
Yeah, so ours is 55. So every 11 for us.
Order. So that's actually close to a third critical threshold for them.
So, more percentiles?
Nope, it's not quite there.
No, we're just almost
Just
there.
closer than I thought it was.
We are killing it. That's
Hell.
what that means.
Literally. Hey.
Okay. Time for the engineering phase. Let's see what their engineer can do. Okay. You see that the engineer and the science officer managed to recharge the shields and rebalance them.
You can't do that till the helm phase.
I'm skipping ahead.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I even want to do engineering. Let's see. See, we're down. We're only down, what, 6 in our aft? I have faith in Aridin. I'm going to divert power to the weapons. 1s become 2s. Hello?
What were you doing?
Diverting power to the weapons.
Okay.
So your ones become twos when you hit.
All right. Are we ready to move to the helm phase?
Yes.
All right. Pilots and science officers, what would you like to do?
I'm going to do this first. Yeah. Did their engines get fixed? Do we know?
Does not appear so.
They're recovered shields, I believe.
So it looks like you will be moving second.
Hell yeah.
Is anybody else acting in the helm phase for you guys?
Yeah. I want to do a quick rescan to see their current distribution of shield.
I think we're getting the hang of this.
You're able to determine that they have 5 shield points in all 4 quadrants.
Sweet. Okay.
Half shields, baby. Let's go.
And then I have a quick question regarding like open actions. Because I'm not exactly sure like how they're supposed to work.
Well, like what specifically?
Well, just in general, some minor actions say open action, and I can read the description, but it doesn't make it make sense. Like for example, uh, there's feign disaster, which when I actually read on the Starship Combat on Starjammer SRD, is that they have to make a computer's check against a DC, but it doesn't show a DC. Do I have to click on like the actual open action to roll that if I wanted to do that, or?
The Feign Disaster is DC 10 plus 1.5 times the ship's level.
Yeah, I can't do.
1 minus a half of the ship's tier.
1.5. That's
So half the ship's tier.
no. It's intended to be
it's
1.5.
So if we're 3, then it's going to be 4.5 or whatever.
I think open just means that it can be done by multiple people,
Yeah, any position, any time, it can be done.
and it doesn't require a specific skill.
Yeah, but it requires your action on that phase or whatever.
Okay.
A likely story.
It's just to give things
That's
for
what I'm
people
going
to
with.
do. They don't have anything to do an entire round of combat.
Okay. This time, they are going to attempt to do evasive maneuvering.
They get a -2. Haha.
Yep, so that's not going to work.
Which way are they facing? Oh yeah, Lucas. Simple. I mean, that's a really cool chart.
That's how complicated space combat is in the
I
game.
see that. We're
I
learning
literally
though.
can't read any of it. It's too small.
What is this? A chart for ants? Where's that Chang meme? So what's their ship facing right now?
South.
Okay.
So open, according to this chart, open effects happen before engineering. So if you're gonna feign that something happened after you got shot, like feign disaster, that has to be done before engineering does anything.
Say that again.
So if you look at the center of that chart, you have open, then engineering, then a PC, which I don't know on this chart, which push actions maybe. Anyway, piloting checks. So it's open, engineering, piloting checks, then the helm phase, then gunnery, then you roll damage at the end. So if you're going to use any of those open actions, which are in the gray column there at the bottom, like erratic maneuvering, feign disaster, prioritize calculation, those all have to be done before engineering does anything. So if the captain didn't want to aid anyone, they could ready weapon systems to give 1 damage to a weapon.
Wait,
Range
I want to do it like that.
Ready
Hold
weapon
on.
systems.
As long as that weapon that I'm readying isn't fired until next round.
Exactly. Like, so for instance, say like we were running away and they had a targeted missile, you could say ready the flak cannon or the flak thrower and give it a +1 to damage.
So if we wanted to get like behind them, and then like, but we want to be facing down, right? We want to be facing the same direction as them.
Right.
That will take your laser cannons out of the firing arc.
Oh wait, they're facing that way.
South.
So you would want to continue on that, the one to the northeast of that one. So that way it potentially could be in that firing arc.
So like, I'm confused. So where do the arcs start?
So the arcs start on the north, south, east, and west of the ship. So if you're firing in a single arc from the south, it's going to be 1 from the south, and then bottom left, bottom right goes out at a 45, or sorry, 90 from the ship.
The hexes are going to make it a little hard, but basically assume that the aft arc is the hex fully behind it, and part of the hex to either side. The forward arc.
It's the side arcs that are the ones that are giving me issues.
So basically, like, I'm just going to well, I need another token
Because there's 6 hexes around our ship. So it's like, thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, did someone find a good? Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so we have a lot more on our starboard arc, port arc than you were saying, Lucas. Like, we have a lot on that.
Well, depending on which way you're looking at it.
I'm sorry. I was really confused because you're like, that's not going to work right there. I was like, why not?
Well, because if you turn that ship in one arc, it totally fucks everything up with the hexes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you were to turn that where it's not facing the 2 hexes and the port arc is facing 1 hex, it changes the arc. Because it's not accessing 2 hexes.
Anyway, where would you like to move?
So, like, do we want to be, like, right alongside them? Is that where we want to be?
Alongside them is great for us, yeah.
So if we, like, just do it like that, and then we're facing a little bit down, we got a nice arc on them, right? That'll get the side guns right there. Because
I would say down. If you were to go up one, like you were turning towards to match their, like for a broadside, 1 up, like you would be turning with their direction, right? Because they're heading south. So
they're heading south.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to head south east.
Yeah, so if you go...
So that'll
yeah,
give us the side, right?
Yeah, so you want to be turning at that final hex to give them...
Right, that's what I'm doing. Right?
Well, it looks like
Ben?
we're heading straight at them.
Lucas, if you could draw out the facing that you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what you're meaning by that, man.
All right, hold on. Let me attempt. So instead of the 50 there, we want to go down here and matching their movement. So that last turn gives us the port side gun directly into the side of
And
the
we
ship.
can hit him with a light particle and a laser cannon.
Exactly.
So like that?
Yeah. So you put them in the direct center of your arc.
Can you
and
stop the targeting for a second, Ben? That targeting line is getting in the way.
I think you just need to like control click it.
Oh, I didn't have it on there. No, I don't know. We all have control of the ship, I think. So
Yeah.
we talking. So you're talking like this. So move like 45 there, and then 1 down.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Okay.
so then you're matching their momentum, and then you can broadside them with the, because the turret can go everywhere, but you want to have that side gun facing them at all times.
But we also want to be behind them because they don't have any guns behind them.
So for the majority of the time, their aft has been the weakest shields. Like I think they just rebalanced them, but those are the ones we keep knocking out.
Then in that case, you would want to go up instead of down.
Right. So
Or
if we went like
northeast, yeah.
Oh wait, because we're currently going this direction. Okay, so if like I went.
It's just a matter of turning up
If we
one
went
hex or
like
down one
that,
hex. Yeah. Then it should be in the
our
arc.
side guns can still hit them, right? Based on
Yeah, that in theory, yeah, that should work.
Yeah.
Shit. I closed the wrong thing.
And like trying to bring Ryan's image onto the game map. I'm like, yeah, it looks right.
Yeah, because they would be in one of the shaded hexes,
right.
which is accessible for both arcs.
Let's
So
do
we'll-
it. That's what I want to do. Right
An
there.
extra gun on them this round.
Locked it in. Final answer. Facing that way. Let's go.
We're learning how to fly a ship and shoot guns.
All at the same time.
You know what would be really helpful
Okay.
is if on the tokens they had like arc lines,
Yeah.
Really
That
handy,
would be
wouldn't it?
really
like
cool.
shaded triangles that says this is always in the arc, so you could just move to the token and be like, it's in my arc.
Now,
So
Gunners.
it'd be custom tokens.
Oh, I will also do the evasive stunt. Now, Gunners.
Zost is going to open fire with the gyro laser. I don't see what was so complicated. You just pulled the trigger here.
It is very more complicated than what you're saying. Don't get cocky.
Yeah, no, it took us many tries.
She
Damage
said
comes
it.
at the end, Ryan.
Ignore that then.
Don't get over, come on now.
You don't get
Sorry, I
cocky.
had a premonition.
Who else is shooting?
You're just lucky we chose you for this.
I'm shooting. I'm going to shoot him. I'm going to do this. This is
I assume you're going to
amazing.
shoot with the turret.
Yes.
Light laser cannon. So that's the starboard laser cannon.
Yes, I think I did the starboard laser cannon. I think I did. Yeah, the one to the right, yes.
I'm pretty sure you'd much rather shoot with the turret gun.
Corey's on
The
particle.
core is still on the turret gun,
Okay.
Yeah.
We can share.
which would make sense to give Eden the biggest damaging weapon.
I like the big guns. What can I
We were
say?
figuring it out together, okay? She
You've
said
been
she
doing
liked how
fine.
we're
You've been doing
fighting
fine. Attack him.
train.
All right, last attack.
She had fun.
Corey rolled that Light particle beam.
You
Oh.
like threw me off thinking, okay, you said give her the gun. So I'm like, fine, I don't want it. You're like, no, shoot it. So this
Well,
is what happens. This is what happens with guns.
Next
was,
round, switch your guns.
I was a little thrown off because I'm not used to having 3 weapons shooting. So, but I think that is acceptable for the positioning and everything. All right, but 2 of them hit, and 1 of them is going to be a crit. So, Zeus has already rolled his damage. Eden says 2.
Oh no, that was the crit. No, actually, there's 3.
Natural 20s. I think we're up to 4 now.
We are.
Yeah. Did you get mine that I rolled on like initiative and stuff?
Well, anyway, roll me some damage.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Okay,
I
so
got
this is going to be going into their aft. So that's 3
right up
points of
the
damage.
ass.
Actually, that's 4 points of damage to their shields, right?
Yes.
Go 1s or 2s right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, and then you take that out, and we've got 5 points of overflow. That is going to cross over another critical threshold. So we need Ryan, roll me 2 D100s. All right, I believe that's engines again.
8. That's life support.
62.
No, he's
That's
just
60.
running 2d10.
Oh.
Oh, he's being difficult. I see.
Well, I'll take 62 and 64.
That's
So-
engines.
That's
Engines and
wrecked.
engines.
Engines and engines.
Oh, shit.
And they were already glitching, so
They're wrecked.
the engines are now wrecked.
Nice.
So what happens at wrecked? They just don't work?
It is minimally functional. Crew actions involving the system automatically fail. If the power core is wrecked, all crew actions aboard the starship not involving the power core take a -4 penalty. This penalty stacks with penalties from critical damage conditions affecting other systems. So, all piloting checks are just now busted.
So they can't fly their ship.
It'll still move. Like the engines aren't dead. It's just any maneuver he tries to make automatically fails.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so in Starfinder, you don't, like, blow up a ship. It just becomes disabled.
So it's like Pokemon going unconscious.
Exactly. Although,
good.
Ben, I don't know if you saw it, but they have the Starship operations manual.
I know, I'm aware of it. I do not have it, nor have I read it.
They have a boarding rule. Oh. Aridin,
Well,
I'll take the stick. Go get on their ship and shoot them.
for right now, we're going to take like a 5-minute break,
All right.
and I will be right back.
Everyone, just think about what you've done here.
We learned how to fire guns and fly ships.
I'm
mean,
proficient
I like
in
that Sauce
fixing
came
shields.
in and was like, "Let me show you fuckers how it's done," and just went
Okay,
for it.
look here. That was
You
a
guys
fucking
hot
lucky
shit this whole
shot.
time.
Okay, that was a really lucky shot. We had to learn. That was luck.
I like to think that like Zoth came in and like Eden's like click that button and he's like okay poof and like like me and Eden we were like no not that one
Yeah.
no not that one and she gets the manual and then we're like oh it's this one so I feel like he kind of had a little bit of a
Yeah,
heads up
he
So
going
it's
did.
also
into
just
it.
spent like 3 rounds just scanning their ship for weaknesses, and he's like, "Oh, that's where I need to shoot,"
Oh yeah.
and then did it.
And I like the idea. Eden is colorblind. So all
Go
of those
with it.
buttons.
It
Cut
should
the red wire.
That is not one.
None of these
Ben
are
was
red.
correct though, that skill-wise, Kiasi is not good for the captain role.
Oh no.
I have a +1 to my intimidation, and the DC for that is like a 19.
Oh shit.
I have a -1 to my intimidation.
I have a +4.
I have a.
I have no idea. Let's see.
Yeah,
I'll be
I
your
have
like your
nothing.
pump up.
I have a
Captain. I'll be
-1.
You can scare him, Captain. It's okay. You can intimidate him. I'll be your hype man. I'll be there. You got this, Captain. You're
No,
scary.
the intimidate
I've seen you.
is to demand for one of the crewmates to be better, basically.
Yeah, you give him a
Because if I
+4.
succeed, you get a
For
+4
you?
bonus to one
There's no
check.
persuasion. No, there is no persuasion.
No,
Diplomacy.
persuasion.
What's your diplomacy?
Diplomacy.
+3.
You
Oh.
can't use diplomacy.
Diplomacy
She
is
has
for
been.
encouragement. Demand is intimidate because you're basically yelling at them to like do better.
I'll yell at him
Get
for you,
fucking
Captain.
asses off
You
the
just give me the
fucking
words and I'll give you
There you
my
go.
stats.
Corey can be first mate.
I'll be your hype man. I'll be like, I got
See,
you.
I was
You're
reading the
scary,
thing and I
you're
thought that she would
intimidating.
that Corey would be really good for the fuck is chief mate. I thought that she would be good for that.
I was
Well,
looking at
Chief
that
Mate,
stuff and
do
I
you
thought
have a
about it.
high strength?
I have a decent athletics and acrobatics.
No.
Which I
Oh,
think
for
is-
Corey?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a +2, but acrobatics doesn't have any. Well, it says +4 and a +6 is my total.
I feel like after we've learned Starship Combat, we're like, hey, can I read?
Also, I would just like to say, Ryan, nice job on those memes.
You gave him a website. Now he's going off.
I know.
I like the ramming speed one. The ramming speed one made me laugh really hard.
Love all of them, okay? Let's just be real.
But like realistically, the way that I built her, Kiasi is very much a do things from the background type of gal with her skills, because it's all in engineering, computers, science.
Why don't you come and
She's
do
not really
something?
a
I can do
doer.
everything else.
Why don't you do anything? Captain, we need you back here. We'll play Captain.
Yeah,
for a
Captain,
little
go
while.
get in the engine room. That's fine.
Honestly,
I got
she would do
the.
great in
Hold on.
engineering.
I gotta get into role playing Aerodin. Like, I have not been doing it because we've just been learning the system.
It's okay. I will yell at people for you if they mess up, and then he'll steer the ship, and you fix everything else.
Or will just encourage us with your guns.
Do we have a high
I
charisma
mean-
person?
Well, my diplomacy is a +9.
Fine high charisma.
I have
Anybody that
13
has a bonus?
charisma.
I have a
That's
+4
+1.
charisma.
Wait, you have a +4 charisma?
Yeah, that's her primary stat.
Why aren't you the captain?
Because I don't have the brains to be a captain. I'm
She
muscle.
doesn't have-
Hey, if Iskari proved anything, is that you don't need brains to be captain. Because here's the
Well, no, I
thing:
know.
Iskari's not the smartest. Neither is Rafal.
I think we
Like,
chose
that's how,
Summer to be the
like,
captain because we
people
wanted her to be the
are.
captain.
But like that's how like the oh my gosh, is it Lashunta? Yeah, the Lashunta are like there's the brains and they're like the leaders of the world, and then there's her,
Yeah.
the Grosha, and they're like the muscle. Like
So you're
Yeah,
you're just deferential to Kiasi just because of like your race.
yeah, how we're built, and like when you turn like
they're
16 or
literally,
whatever,
like-
you choose your role, and like if you want to be a nerd and smart, you're like the leaders of the world. Or if you're like, I'm not so smart, I'd rather be muscle. It's like at 16, you get like this choice. You're like, I choose which way I want to be. And so,
But you can't be a buff nerd. You gotta be a nerd.
So
or
it's
a-
really just like a coincidence that Kiasi was able to find a Lashunta that was not of the Demaya subrace, because she's not very strong. It was more beneficial for her to find someone that's strong but not as smart. So they're like two halves to a whole type thing.
exactly. Like we complete each other. We need each other to do things.
If only I didn't tank charisma for Nibbles, then I'd be the captain now.
Honestly, I'm happy that I'm not the captain. That seems like a lot of pressure.
Well, as far as like mechanically, the captain has like the easiest job.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have to do anything, just like I just kind of buff everyone. It's just actually rolling well is the problem. Maybe I should change my dice color.
I've had to change
Dice
my
color
dice
means a lot. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it's very important in these games.
I've had to change my dice color I don't know how many times just at the start of the campaign because I just roll terribly until recently.
I just like that I don't
Oh,
have to
goodness.
roll in Starship Combat. It's great. My skills are high enough that I don't have to roll.
All right, I'm
I
back.
am badass, no big deal.
But I think in the future, Summer, if you don't feel like you're doing enough as the captain, being the chief mate would help me considerably.
We don't
I
need a
thought-
captain every round, right?
Exactly, you can
No.
just jump around and do whatever.
Captain's mostly a figurative title.
I was thinking about being the chief mate when our shields went down because there's a helm phase that would help that, but then he stabilized the shield, so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna keep trying to shoot people and fail, so this is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, from
as
what I
of
was,
right now, I can do.
Reading?
What was that, Summer?
No, continue, Lucas.
I was gonna say, as of right now, I'm looking at engineering and I'm looking at science officer. I auto pass pretty much any check on there.
Yeah. From what I'm reading, most like actions that you can take against ships, if they don't have a captain, then any check automatically defers to the science officer, like whichever like science officer or engineering that has a higher skill check. So technically, we don't need a captain.
So I think the only thing that I would need help with is patching and holding it together. But if it is, let's see, someone keeps moving assignments. Because if it is just glitching, I can auto fix it without a roll. And I'm only 4 below on patching if it's malfunctioning. So if we're wrecked, then I need help. And hold it together, I'm only 4 under as well. So it's not that hard. Which we shouldn't get to having to hold it together if I can just patch it at glitching. As far as engineering. And then science officer, I think I can do most of that. I can almost do all of that auto on science officer.
Because you're our skill monkey.
Yeah.
Dance, monkey, dance.
And I'm also really good at shooting. Second only to our pilot.
It's okay, I'm a robot.
Kiasi
It's
would
like
really be able
it's
to
probably I'm probably cheating. It's probably like auto targeting.
Kiasi wouldn't be able to act as chief mate because she doesn't have a mod anything in acrobatics or athletics, so she can't do most checks.
Well, then stick with what you're good at, diplomacy.
Did we lose our dungeon master?
He said he'd be right
He
back.
said he'd be back. If anything, she'd probably do good as like science officer, so that way like nobles wouldn't have to keep switching between science officer and engineer.
What's your computers and engineering?
Let's 9 for both, +9.
+9 for both. Yeah, I mean that. As far as let's see, computer, yeah, science officer, you'd probably be better suited there than captain.
Okay. Is everybody back?
But science officer, yeah, we're back. But science officers, a lot of their abilities are duplicated by Zost with the mystic officer.
Yeah.
I believe we are in the
We
the
just got
engineering
done
phase.
piloting. Yeah. Engineering? All right.
Yeah, because we just still for damage.
Yeah. Let's see here. I think we're doing good on aft. Aft shields. Aerodin's been doing wonderful at piloting. I'll divert power to the weapons. Ones or twos.
And I'm going to kinetically charge Eden's laser cannon with an Eldritch shot.
Hey.
Try to.
He did it!
Hey, finally! So your cannon gets a +5 to its range.
Cool.
You got 10 hexes.
Were y'all waiting on me?
Nope.
Oh, thank God.
Captain, would you like to do anything?
Oh, I just realized that you could be helping Aerodin with his flying. That's cool.
Who, me?
Well, yeah, you can. You're the captain. No, the magic officer. They can use precognition, which gives a +2 to piloting checks.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, if we're facing someone that can really outrun us, the Eldritch Shot's great, but I think precognition with Aerodin doing some cool stunts is pretty awesome.
I don't get my really cool stunts until we're level 6.
Yeah.
Wow, just live your legacy down there, Aerodin.
So, Captain, you were about to say?
I'm going to go ahead and do a quick rescan again to see their... I want to see their current hull point.
All right. They have 14 hull points left, and they are down to 3 shield points in each quadrant.
All right.
So if you guys are hitting, no matter which one you're hitting, you're most likely going to go through the shield.
Oh, God.
Make those piloting checks.
26.
First. All right, sorry, second.
Yeah.
I love how Aerodin's been flying this ship upside down and backwards this whole time.
Sounds like one of my characters, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
They just fucking run away?
They booked it. They did a full burn.
They can't do that till...
I mean,
I
not
can't
mechanically.
do that yet.
Not mechanically.
Yeah.
They're. I'm just saying they're running. I see it on the senses. They're running. Oh, I should have put it to the... All right, I'll do that next round. They're on the run. I can give you an extra 2 hexes of movement.
Yeah, because I don't get the full power thing until I have 6 ranks in piloting.
Am I right, Ben? +2 speed to the engines. Is that +2 hexes?
Yes, +2 speed is +2 hexes.
Okay. So I'm seeing that they're on the run. I might have to start doing that in the next round of combat. But only if Aerodin wants it.
I mean, Captain, should we pursue them or just head back, keep going to Absalom Station?
What's better than 2 ships coming into Absalom Station, but 3 ships?
Captain, your orders?
You're muted.
She's muted. The captain is silent.
Unmute
She's
your
thinking.
comms.
Did she
Make it show,
BRB?
Mr. Data.
Hold on.
Oh, she did BRB. Captain doesn't want
Ben,
to participate.
as a aspiring shipwright, would I know what the value of a Death's Head Necroglider and this Thomtech Karen Carver? What their value would be like?
Oh,
for
Captain,
parts?
they seem to be running away. Do we want to pursue them? Or proceed to the station?
Might as well take care of them. Don't want them coming back.
And we can figure out why they're after us.
And Lucas, you doubt you'd be able to sell these things? Like, no one's going to believe that they're your property to be sold. But
We have the drone on our ship, don't we?
that one you might get away with. This one, yeah, maybe not.
I'm sure the ambassador of Eox would like to know why 2 Eoxian ships are attacking us on his mission.
He might know.
It's his cousins. Kill him.
Somebody make me a culture check.
I got plus 12 to culture. I'll roll it.
I got a +1, so you know.
23.
As you're starting to kind of think about, man, what can I do if I manage to get my hands on the ship and we can sell it? You recognize, actually, this is a corpse fleet ship.
And the other one was as well, right? The Necroglider?
Other Eoxian.
That's a standard, just Eoxian.
Oh, but this one
fighter
is for
ship.
sure a corpse fleet.
Yeah, like you're seeing like some markings on it and things that like this is corpse fleet.
Okay, somebody back me up. If I do us like that, we're facing the same way they are, and we get.
I think so.
Yeah, you're facing. Yeah, you're in the port quadrant, and the turret should be in range. I don't know what's the range of the weapons, though.
I mean, it's as close as I can get us, really.
It's range 5, so
Our,
yes,
range,
you'd be
our
just in
weapons will
range.
be in range because both of them are range 10 this round.
Oh, that's right. You boosted them with your Mystic Officerness. Then yes, both of them are in range.
All right, so we'll do that, and then I guess I just do evasive maneuvers. I do not do evasive maneuvers. Oh, I would still succeed with a 1.
That's a good question. Do you fail on
Natural
piloting
1 is a fail.
Okay, but I don't get like any like detrimental effects because I didn't fail by like a bunch, right?
Correct.
It just doesn't.
Yeah,
it just
I
doesn't
think you have
go
to fail
off.
by 5 before you
Right.
start
Okay.
getting-
Cool. So that's good. I can't like detrimentally fail. So that is the piloting is done.
Time for some gunneries.
All right, so the
Do you want to turn on the big gun?
I do want to turn on the big gun. Yes, thank you for saying.
Okay.
So-
And that,
Because of your positioning, they shoot with their starboard side coil gun, and it's going to hit.
oh no!
If we catch them, I might be able to retrofit our ship with their coil guns. Take my life.
So don't blow them up.
Kill them, but leave the guns alive.
All right. Can I fire?
Red button needed.
Yes, please fire.
All
Red button.
right.
But I'm colorblind. It's the other button.
Yeah, hits.
Yeah.
That is a hit.
I fire too.
Hell yeah.
That is also a hit.
We are rocking this, Eden.
So we're
rocking
currently, Ben, do you know which arc we're facing? Is it the starboard arc or the aft arc that we're able
It's
to?
there.
I'm going to say from here, you're going to be hitting their starboard arc.
Okay. Which is, I think, at 3 hit points.
Yes,
Or
all of theirs
3
are at
shield
3 hit
points.
points.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone is hit. It's time to roll some damage.
I like how Zost came on one time to shoot, and then he's like, I got my hit in. I'm going away.
There's 1, 4, 6, and 9 points of damage to your
Port shield.
port shields.
All right, we're all right. We have 6 charges left in the port shield. Next round, if we don't need the movement, I will increase our shield.
So if you guys would like to go ahead and roll your damage.
Nice.
So that's
That's
five
so nice. But
5
it's
points of
cool.
damage on the light laser cannon.
I mean,
'Cause
4
that
is
one is
average,
a-
Amanda. You're good.
So it's 13 overall, right?
13 overall, correct.
Okay. That is going to
10 hit points to the hull.
10 hit points to the hull, and that's another critical increment.
Can I roll
So-
it since I overcharged the weapons?
Sure.
Yeah. Eight life support, which was glitching before.
Yep.
Or was it?
Now it's malfunctioning.
Okay, malfunctioning. Sweet.
Okay.
All crew
And-
actions except hold it together and patch take a -4. And no push actions can be taken. Yay.
That's for the
They
captain.
are undead.
Okay. And it is engineering phase again.
Have we tried hailing them and asking them to surrender before we blow them out of the sky?
The captain has not done such action.
She hailed them to try to intimidate them, and it didn't work.
Captain, maybe you should give them a chance to give up again.
I mean, I never gave them a chance to give up in the first place, but it's worth a shot.
You
Well, they
can
didn't
act-
exactly
Am I
come
able-
in trying to parlay.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we have to be like that.
It'd look good to the Eoxian embassy if we were trying to parlay with these people.
Yeah. Can I try to get them to surrender?
You can
I
open
guess?
a hailing frequency and try to make contact.
Hailing frequencies open, Captain.
Dude, what do I roll for that?
You say what you're going to say, and then we'll roll.
I don't even know what to say.
Come on, Captain.
I was just gonna go for surrender and we won't blow up your ship.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Probably
Or
intimidate.
I guess.
This sounds like an intimidate check.
I mean, you could say something like, Eoxian ship, your ship is damaged, surrender before we damage it further. Like, you're trying to
okay.
appeal to the logic of the
make
We
fact
will
that they're
give you
losing this
quarter
fight.
if you
Yeah,
surrender.
let me
and
let me reword that a little bit. Your ship is severely damaged. Please surrender. Not please. It would be in your best interest to surrender now before it is in irreparable condition.
There you go. That's diplomacy.
I can concur. Irreparable is definitely at hand.
Go ahead and make me a diplomacy check.
Come on, Captain. Oh,
5.
Captain. Captain.
Captain!
I only have +3 to diplomacy.
Her
She's
tone
not
pushed
a
the
talker.
Her tone is just she just has to work on her. She doesn't have a good comms tone.
She
work
pulled
with
up a
it. I'll work
script
with it.
from everyone in the crew and she was just reading it off like monotone.
You get
She's
no
not a talker,
response
she's a
from the
doer.
enemy ship.
All right.
Captain, shall
Then
we
she
continue
will-
to pursue?
Yeah, then she'll relay over the ship's comms, to everyone in the ship. No response. Blow them out of the sky, or space. This is the sky.
This is the sky
Our
of the
pleasure.
universe, Captain. I will divert power to the engines. Go get them, Aerodin. I give Aerodin +2 hexes of movement.
All right. Anybody else trying to do anything in the
Salst
engineering
is
phase?
going to try and determine their next course of movement, making use of precognition to grant Aridin a +2 to his piloting check.
Okay.
Functioning as a team. Yeah.
Let's roll those piloting checks.
With a +2, that's 22.
You can take a +1 from the computer if you want as well.
Sure, 23.
All right. So Zost, you get the impression that these guys are committed to, kill or be killed. You think they're about to try to turn their ship into yours?
They're preparing a hold-on maneuver.
I think they've realized they cannot win this fight. I would recommend keeping clear of their trajectory. It seems they've ascertained ramming speed.
Well, that is not good.
Do a
And
barrel roll?
they
Oh,
literally
no.
are.
Are they performing a
Right.
flyby?
The ship turns in. It is attempting a flyby.
They can't, right?
They will automatically fail, but they're attempting it.
Oh.
Yeah, they can still attempt it, but they're going to try to suicide into our ship.
And yeah, they seem to be aiming pretty close to where your ship is. So they fail at their flyby, but it's your move. And
They're behind us.
since they failed at their flyby, they're going to continue to move
And we get
the
the free attacks,
additional.
right?
You do, and they're going to continue to move the additional 25 or the additional hexes that they would have movement, should they, manage to survive. So, who's going to take the free opportunity attack?
I'll do it.
All right, what are you shooting with?
Oh god, I really want to do the light laser cannon, but I'll do the light particle beam. That seems that seems like the right course of action to do. So that's what I'm going to shoot with.
I like how you really like shooting the thing that deals the least damage on the ship.
Okay, well,
Really good at it, though.
You
do.
are on the particle beam from the last round.
yes.
And I think it's. Never mind.
You crit with the particle beam when they're
Yeah,
aft. Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll me
That
damage.
red button.
What was that, like 6? Damn. Damn.
So,
So you get 70
As
feet
this-
of movement, Nick.
as this ship turns into you and starts, flying right at you, Aridin manages to dive the thing out of the way, and it's, imagine in 3D space, you've got this ship, it's kind of turning above you a little bit and kind of coming down at you. Aridin dives out of the way, but he dives in such a way that the turret is aimed right at this ship as it's coming close. And Eden manning the turret just it's like they fly into the bullseye of the weapon intentionally. And she just waits. He just waits, pulls the trigger, bam. You can see the size of the hole you just blew in the side of the ship.
It's like a new hope.
As your ship dives past it, it continues on behind you, and you turn the turret around to keep an eye on it, and you see the ship explode.
Oh.
Now you know that the damage you did wouldn't have caused that,
Oh.
They self-destructed.
Oh.
but this ship has been destroyed.
That means we can't get any information. They already knew.
Oh, we
Now
can't
never
get those
know.
sweet guns.
Can I roll a scanners check to see if I see some of those particle beam cannons or whatever the hell they were using?
The coiled guns.
The coil guns.
Coil gun?
Can I see if any of those are floating around?
Absolutely.
If he's
What kind of-
scanning
what
for
kind of
that,
role
I'd
do you
like
want
to
for that?
try and assist for that.
Damn, I was gonna make my best piloting move yet. I was gonna get us right behind them with our side guns. Damn
This
it!
is a salvage mission, which I am especially privy to, being part of the free captains. What do I
I was
see?
rescued from the hive.
Yeah, Aridin will report to the captain that the target has been neutralized, Captain.
And that is
Yep,
how
it
we
went up in
do
a
it.
blaze of glory. Well, not very glorious for them, at least. For us, though, it was.
Do you need me to make a spacewalk to recover anything?
Well, hold on. First, I am going to note in the ship's log that I saw that they self-destructed, that we did not kill them, based on my shipwriting prowess. But I would also like to scan to see if there's any salvageable parts of this ship.
Sure. Go ahead and scan.
Scanning.
Computers check.
Computers. I am very good at that. All right, plus 13. That is going to be a 28.
Okay. There's definitely enough debris here. Like you're not going to be able to salvage anything that's functional in and of itself. Like you're not going to get a functional coil gun out of the
As long as I get
wreckage.
most of it, I could probably fix it.
What I will give you is 500 UPB worth of junk.
500 UPB of scrap metal.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know,
we can
pieces,
drag
parts.
that behind us, right?
Yeah, you could.
We'll collect it.
Basically, you're going to have to do like a spacewalk to get out there and kind of grab some of it and, bring it back into the ship for storage and whatnot.
Do not bring the Java's name into this campaign. Yeah, so I will call out to the command center. Arodin, yeah, if you don't mind, there are plenty of raw materials we can use to upgrade our ship. If you would accompany me to main engineering bay, and we can get suited up and collect what we need.
We're going on a spacewalk. This should be fun.
Could we use the Oxyan ship that we have to collect them easier? Because it's
No,
like
it
a
doesn't.
smaller vessel.
It has
No,
no cargo space, I believe. It wouldn't even be able to collect.
It's
stuff.
not really a problem of getting. Like you guys can get to. You can navigate the ship you have, get close, have somebody just go out and grab it. It's more like just picking through what's usable and what's not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then Arodin says, copy that. I will be right back. And passes the helm off to the captain.
Piloting
I'm
is a
suited
thing I
up.
can do.
Hold it
surprisingly.
steady, Captain.
So you guys spend, a few hours trying to kind of sort through the wreckage of the ship. And as you're doing that, other ships, because you're not that far from Absalom Station, and, a starship combat was noticed. So other ships start coming into the area, including some other scavenger ships, salvager ships, that kind of stuff. They basically stay back long enough for you guys to do what you're going to do, because scavenger rights being what they are. But there's also some like security forces out from the station that hail you. We saw evidence of combat taking place out here. Is everyone all right? Can you give us an update? What happened?
You're on the comms, Captain.
Oh, yep. Sorry, I was muted. Our ship was ambushed by what was it? What kind of ship was it again? I don't remember.
Eoxian.
Eoxian war vessel.
Okay. Our ship was
Carrying cargo.
ambushed by an Eoxian vessel, and it appears did Nibbles relay that it self-destructed to us?
Yeah, I put it in the ship's log, so you'd be able to access
Oh, okay.
And the better question is,
Uh,
did he point out that it was a corpse fleet ship?
it. Oh yeah, no, the Nibbles gives a full detailed like schematic of this ship. That's what
Okay.
she does.
Okay. And I assume that Kiasi would know what it is from.
No,
well,
it's right there on the scan.
As soon as you mentioned corpse fleet, the security forces around Absalom Station get very interested, and they make it clear that any corpse fleet activity in and around Absalom Station is taken very seriously. They relay that back to the station. You see, they basically tell you, we will send out a perimeter sweep and ensure that this was that there's not a larger fleet or presence here in the near space. We encourage you, if you've been attacked by the corpse fleet, we encourage you to get to Absalom Station as soon as possible.
Aridin, as soon as they're done, is going to get back in the pilot seat, turn us to Absalom Station.
All right. Well, congratulations. You have survived and returned to Absalom Station.
Let me level up.
Actually, no.
Damn.
I gave you an extra level going into the drift rock.
I had to ask.
Level 3.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. You level up to 3.
Aridin pulls us in and docks our new ship.
Well, actually, as you get close to the station, you have to contact, get a docking location, all that kind of stuff. So,
okay. What's the name of our ship again? Aridin.
What is the name of your ship?
Aridin will.
Do we want to rename it? Nibbles can most likely alter the registry for the ship.
Well, for right now, Aridin's gonna, because we have to still dock it and claim ownership of it, right? So
we have ownership of it. We can
And
name
we-
it whatever
yeah, we
we
have
want.
ownership.
I can modify
change
the
the name.
documents.
The documents won't match.
I can modify the documents.
We don't want them to look
I
modified.
think it would be an insult to the former captain to change the name of her ship.
Ooh, there we go. Captain's orders.
Oh, but I have a good name.
Well, you guys know that should you choose to rename the ship, it is just a matter of some minor paperwork back on Absalom Station to get the registry codes updated and the transponder codes and all that kind of stuff. So that will not be an issue should you choose to change the name. But it is currently registered as the Sunrise Maiden.
So Aridin will radio in Sunrise Maiden requesting permission to dock with Absalom Station. Carrying. We also have the other ship that we're pulling and the scrap.
All right, Sunrise Maiden. If you will please transmit your crew manifest, we will begin processing and assigning you a docking location.
Beep boop beep boop boop.
Oh. I see. Welcome back. I'm glad that I got to be the one to welcome you to Absalom Station. We've all been amazed by what you found on the Drift Rock and the Acreon. I had instructions to give you priority docking. You will be docking at Docking Bay 7, and if you'll give me just one moment, I will clear the lines for you. And welcome home. Yeah, wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
I'm
Thank-
so happy we're coming back.
You seemed a bit surprised. Those.
Wait, they said that we had priority.
Yeah, priority parking.
So so like,
Ship.
do they know that we are in possession of the ship, or do they think it's like that person?
No,
No, I sent
Aridin
them the crew
sent
manifest.
them.
They
Everyone
know
Okay,
it's
was on the
us
ship.
okay.
from the drift.
It didn't sound like we would be alive still, so it's just,
Man,
cool.
I'm gonna have to get into shipbuilding codes, PCUs, and stuff. Oh my god, this is gonna be great.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna have to get into all that.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, I'm not going to spend the time to figure it all out. You guys are going to figure that one out.
I'll
when you wanna
figure it
upgrade
out.
your ship.
I'll figure it out.
So, yeah, you actually end up docking at one of the docking bays, like really close to the eye of the station. It's not quite a diplomatic only docking bay, but it's certainly one of those, like, you got to know somebody who knows somebody who's in a really good position on the station to use this docking bay. And they bump you ahead of a few other ships that are in waiting there. And when you dock, there is a security detachment from the station who is waiting there in the hangar, and basically an official from the station comes out from the security crew and welcomes you as you off board the ship. It's like, I am here on behalf of Ambassador Noor. I want to extend the official thanks of Absalom Station for your efforts in the investigation of the Drift Rock and the Acreon. I must admit, your exploits have made for most fascinating watching, and we appreciate everything you've done and the dangers you put yourselves in to arrive at the information that you were able to collect. In fact, if you don't care, I have in this guy. It's a human, a male human, hands over a small notebook. It says, "If you wouldn't mind, my son is just a huge fan. Would you care just maybe everyone sign this for him? Just say to Jason."
Just son. Like
Yes.
your son.
Like Jake.
Damn it, Ben. That's a deep cut, Ben. Deep cut.
I thought somebody
Would you
did it.
happen to be Brent?
What? Yes.
Oh, I
Yes,
know of you.
Well,
Good friend.
that is just I never thought that anyone knew who I was, but you
But,
must. Well, if you'd like, we can perhaps after you get done with your business, there's a great bar. I'd be more than happy to meet with you, buy you all around, and hear of your exploits.
Aridin's gonna lean over the captain and say, "This sounds like a trap."
Not everything is a trap, Aridin.
How old is your son? What are his interests? I have 3 little ones at home. Oh, and he's going to start digging through his pockets to look for as many photos of his girls.
So as you start digging out the photos, Brend also starts pulling out photos, and he's got a son. He's about 7, and you see him dressed up in all these costumes, like it's like the Marvel movie, hero costumes, but only for Absalom Station.
Oh,
It's
oh, your
and
little one is so
Someone went to Party City and got costumes.
exactly. You can tell that he definitely has, like, his bed sheets are covered up with like the Starfinder logo, and they're just the kind of adventures and amazing things that get found. So he's very excited, and again he starts telling you about his son Jason, and he says, I would love to continue this conversation, but I'm going to have to. I'll get back to my work. But look, if you'd like to meet later, great bar. It's run by a good friend of mine. It's called La Bar, and it's run by my friend Lork. So, if you'd like to come by, here's the location, and I will be right back.
Fuck you, Ben.
I don't understand.
Something.
And so I
All
am
right,
too.
all right. Has anybody listened to the Glass Cannon podcast?
No.
Oh no, that makes sense.
All right. So what he's referencing is there's a character, or one of the players is Lork, Lorc, and his adopted son was Jason because he was very bad at making names. And
Just
so
a
his
son.
adopted son was Jason, and Jason's father was Brend, the friend of Lork. So he's referencing the Glass Cannon podcast, which I absolutely love.
He's a dick because
It still
Is this
sounds like a
dead?
trap.
I don't think it's a trap. You do not show pictures of your kids like that. It is not.
It's a free
Well, I
round
mean,
drinks.
he could be showing like pictures of his kid to gain sympathy.
Aridin points at the captain.
Not saying that it's a trap though.
Trap. You cannot
As
fake the
Corey
love
said,
that this man
those
has
are free
shown
drinks.
towards his kid.
Well, I'm just saying, who has that money to throw around?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know me, I couldn't buy drinks for everyone right now.
Sure you
Who is
could.
this?
Look at all that no qual in your pocket.
Okay, well that, you know, I mean, that just
Would you
happened
be
today,
quiet
though.
about the no qual? I need that to fix the ship.
Well, I guess we'll work out some terms then, huh? You guys need me to be your backpack. I'm gonna need compensation.
I
But
carry
also-
everything in my pouches. Thank you very much.
If it was a trap, they would not be able to lie in front of my children. They are my everything.
God, building a starship is so complicated.
Okay. So, what you notice as you offload the ship, first, what are you doing with the cargo that Ambassador Nor asked you to collect?
Open it up.
We're gonna wait for him to come collect it.
Exactly.
You know
We
what?
took it locked up.
Aridin 7 will say, you go on ahead, I'll stay with the cargo.
Nibbles is staying with the ship as well. Just trying to get a lay of the layout, everything that it has, and how we can make it better.
I was about to
Okay.
say, we can't just leave one person with the ship.
Well, as some of you are talking to Brend, and talking about his son sharing photos and everything, a delegation from the Eoxian embassy shows up. There's an Elibrian and 4 skeletons who show up. And the Elibrian comes up to Kiasi and says, Captain Kiasi,
Hello.
Ambassador Nor would like to invite all of you back to the embassy to review your mission, to get a first-hand account of what you have done, and to compensate you for your time and your efforts on his behalf.
I mean, I thought that's what the drone was for, but compensation, I'm in. Captain, it's your call, though. Sorry.
Well, it would only be. It would only. Well, does he just expect us to like not show up after doing all risking our life for him?
No, he fully expected that you would return and debrief him on what you found. He would just like to invite you there now.
Oh. guess, if everyone's ready to do that.
We're right
Okay.
behind you.
The four skeletons proceed onto the ship, and you see them coming back out with the crate. And it's clear they are planning to transport the crate to the embassy.
I guess we'll stick around for this. That's some fun, Captain.
We'll travel with the cargo.
Oh, well, you'll be traveling with me. We have transportation arranged.
I'm gonna try a sense motive on this guy.
Yeah, because we just had 2 Eoxian ships try and kill us. So what are
Yeah.
the chances another Eoxian league
Yeah, how
coming
can we be
just
sure that
knock
the
it up?
cargo will actually reach where its destination?
Yeah, what do we have to roll?
Sense motive.
Easy 20 for Zost.
I'm back if my dog didn't announce that
24.
loud.
Welcome back.
What did I miss? What's happening?
We had some Eoxians coming on the ship trying to take the cargo, saying that they're going to bring it to the guy. And we're just trying to see if
We're
he
going to
can,
meet, possibly meet the ambassador right now.
seeing that we were just attacked by 2 Eoxian ships, just a little sketched out on the whole thing.
So, all of you get the distinct impression that this Elibrian is in the employ of the ambassador, works at the embassy, that these 4 skeletons that accompanied him work for the embassy, and that they're taking everything back to the embassy, exactly where Ambassador Norris requested it.
You could always just accompany the cargo to the ambassador directly.
Well, yeah, that's what we said, and they said no, we're going to travel. So
we're traveling in a separate.
Yeah, so as you guys,
check.
as the skeletons start taking the cargo away, you can start like following them, and basically you get away from the.
Stop the skeletons from taking the cargo?
I don't think that would be wise.
I mean, you can attempt to. Does someone try to step in front of them or something?
I mean, yeah, Aerodin will step in front of them and say, because we were told not to open it and to bring it back directly to the ambassador, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You were never really told to deliver it to him firsthand. You were just told to retrieve his cargo.
Yeah,
and not open it,
did.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, not open it, more or less make sure that it was still on board that ship.
Yeah, basically make sure nothing had happened to it, and
if
then
everyone...
finish the delivery to the embassy. And
I feel like this is not the embassy, so yeah, Aerodin would.
But
the job was to deliver it to the embassy, and we will do the job.
And the Elibrian says, "I can assure you that these porters are taking that cargo for the ambassador to the embassy."
Yes, but we were also attacked on our way here by people that oppose the ambassador, right?
Well,
a rogue faction of Eox, yes.
So it is possible that
Assuming
this
that they're
cargo
all
is not safe, and therefore should be accompanied by more than your grunts.
We believe the cargo to be targeted by those who do not have the Elibrian's best interests at heart.
If it would make you feel better, then perhaps one or two of you could ride in the transport van with the cargo. We're all going to the embassy after all, so it really makes no difference to me which vehicle you ride in.
Eden will catch a ride on that transport vehicle.
Yeah, Aerodin will go with Eden.
I will go with whatever cart the captain is in.
All right, so you get there. There's basically a cargo van and a stretch limo. And
you're going the stretch limo one.
So you guys can split up amongst the 2 vehicles however you'd like. There's not a whole lot of seating space in the cargo van, but you can ride back while sitting on the crate or something.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an armored vehicle now. This is like an armored car.
All right. So you load, or the skeletons load up the crate, and again, where you've docked your ship and everything, security's got it. No one's going to mess with it.
Oh yeah, I make sure I lock it.
Oh, what is that stupid thing you call the steering wheel?
Yeah. I
club?
put the hammer.
The
What do they
club?
call it? The lock.
Put the club on.
The steering lock. The club. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put the club in place on your steering wheel so that you can't move it. All right.
And I biometrically lock it to myself because I'm the engineer.
Okay. So
if something happens to you, we can't unlock the ship.
I'm going to say
the captain, but this is my ship.
I'm going to say that on your couple of days while you were recuperating and finishing your quarantine, you all like biometrically log into the ship so that handprint, retina scan, whatever you feel like doing will allow you access to the ship in a secure situation. But you all load up. Some of you ride in the back of the cargo van, some of you in the stretch limo. You're all taking to the oxygen empty. And it's a fairly, this loading bay, this bay, heck of a lot closer to the embassy than the security bay that you left from.
Like robot anyone else?
Yep.
Yeah, he's cutting out a lot.
Okay, cool.
I'll start. Just be right back.
Oh God,
All right.
the androids have got him.
Hey,
Jeez.
Racist again.
You were just being racist.
God. Me?
I love all beings.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
No, Aerodin doesn't trust anyone. Everyone is out to enslave robots. That is clearly what's happening here.
If I played, is it a mechanic? What is that class? If I played the other class, then yes, I'd be racist against mechanical beings, but I'm not.
Well, I think at one point Aerodin did call Nibbles or Edent rat people, which I think again is a slur.
Which you
And
corrected
did
me.
just assume that because the skeletons were Yoshian, that they were part of the corpse fleet.
No. What Aerodin was saying is security against whoever's trying to steal this stuff. Much better.
Oh, yes.
Has anyone looked into how complicated it is to build a starship?
No.
It is seriously fucking complicated. I love it.
No,
like I said, I'm not touching it.
One of the things that it says, like playing an android, is you judge people by how they treat animals, robots, and servants. So he doesn't judge Eoxians very well because they treat their servants and everybody like crap.
Yes, they do. Utter and total shite.
And he has a distrust for authority and always assumes that others want to take advantage.
Man, there's a whole mini game to building starships.
Okay, so where did y'all lose me?
You were describing how we were coming into the embassy.
We were getting to the embassy.
Okay, you pull into the embassy. Basically, you all pull into a kind of an underground garage type thing at the embassy, and the cargo van stops and basically allows everyone who is riding in it to disembark, and then continues further into the basement levels of the embassy. The limo stops and lets everyone out. Everyone's kind of there together, and the Elibrian basically goes and grants you access to an elevator that takes you up to the floor on which Ambassador Nora's office is located, escorts you down to the office, brings himself in, opens the door. You enter the same office where you met before, and Ambassador Nora is once again
Did Ben disappear?
Ambassador
Yeah,
North
Ben did
once
disappear.
Okay, I
again.
thought mine disconnected. You said Ambassador Nor is once again.
It's
and
a
then
clever ruse
completely
by the
dead.
undead Eoxians. They're trying to
He
kill
is
us.
once again sitting at his desk, with the big sky, or the huge windows that look out onto the space and the stars outside Absalom Station. And he says, "Welcome.
God.
It is good to have you back. I must admit, you have all become something of minor celebrities for your exploits and exploration of the Drift Rock. You performed your tasks well, but I do want to know, what did you see? What did you learn? The video has been instructive, but I'm sure there is more."
Look at the captain.
Was there really more to what the droid saw?
Well, again, the little camera droid could only follow you around.
Oh yeah.
It's like it could never be sure it was getting everything, and it did its best to stay with the group, observe things. But basically, he's just wanting to know, give me your impressions of what you saw. What did you find? That kind of stuff.
Okay. Well, I think the most important thing is that the drift rock contains very I don't know if I should tell him that about the technology.
That's a decision you'll have to make.
Ugh. What do you guys think?
You're the captain.
Okay, I guess I'll tell him. The drift rock
No
contained
wrong answer.
um uh I guess not. Well, yeah, valuable technology. Uh, some
Ancient,
of which
valuable technology.
ancient technology. Um, in a language that none of us could really understand without, I guess, outwardly assistance. Um, it
That
was
is most interesting. I did observe the strange script that was displayed on the screens. It may be worth your knowing. I asked around, and it has been said
where else has it been?
it has been discussed. Small snippets shown in ruins upon Castrovel. Ruins on their prohibited continent.
Sorry.
Your hot
On
pockets
their
are ready.
prohibited. What?
Ruins upon their prohibited continent. That land that they have deemed shall be governed and owned by none, and yet by all.
Wonderful. That is not information that I was hoping to hear.
I would think you would be pleased to know that there may be a way to understand more of this mystery.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. The information is valuable. It's just that the place that it is located, not a fan of.
Ah, yes. You have been to the continent, haven't you? You fought there, lost people there. I can understand why you would not want to return to Ukalam again. What else did you discover? Do you know what became of that creature? The one who so nearly took the lives of your companions.
As far as we are aware, it is still alive on the drift.
My suggestion is that you irradiate the entire asteroid for at least 2 weeks.
There's a significant decay of void death about the ship and the asteroid itself as well.
Based on what I observed, I think that you have cleansed the rock of the taint of the void death. And the Xeno Wardens are certain to take an interest in this creature you found. I will inform them, if they are not already aware, and leave it to their interests what happens to that creature. I did want to extend my thanks for the discreet and professional way that you dealt with my requests and this task. I believe your compensation was agreed at 1,100 credits each. You will find that your accounts have already been credited. I suspect that you will continue to investigate what you have already found. For in my experience, Starfinders can never resist the lure of knowledge. But when you complete this task, I may yet again have work for you.
Out of character, which task is that?
investigating the ruins on Castrovel.
Right. Are we doing that for him or the Starfinders? Or are we doing that for our own information? I missed that part, I think.
I think he gave us information to do what we want with it.
He told us
Probably in
everything
hopes
he found out
that-
on his end.
Probably in hopes that whatever we find, we will relay back to him as like, since he so graciously gave us that info.
Maybe try and work together.
Oh, I think Ben disconnected.
Uh-oh.
Because I just got a host connection loss. Anyone else get that?
Fantasy Grounds, yeah.
Okay, so somebody recap that whole conversation for me. Some pieces.
He said that, well, you got the bit about how there were other writings, such as the ones that we found on the Drift Rock in Castrovel on, the, whoever the hell the war was.
Prohibited continent.
Yeah.
So that's the part I'm a little confused about. Which continent is that?
We lost Ben.
He didn't give
Somewhere on
specifics.
Castrovel.
Somewhere on Castrovel, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Somebody from the front has been to Castrovel before and seen some shit there, so they might know the area a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Like
that would be
three
three
of
of
them.
us.
Yeah,
Well,
three
then
of
you
us.
tell us where's the prohibited
2 of us
continent.
are from Castrovel.
Because there's where the Lashunta live, there's where the colonies live, and then there's one other continent. I think that's the one he's talking about.
Yeah, there's like a no-fly zone continent.
Yeah.
So,
Which I'm pretty
Castrovel
sure was
is
And
the,
those fantasy grounds.
Yeah.
oh, yep.
He means 10 o'clock. He means 10 o'clock.
Really fucking cuts it off. So mechanical question. I think that I can retrofit a coil gun to our ship, replacing one of the other weapons. Do you think that would be beneficial to us?
I don't know. Was the coil gun really good? That's the one that was.
It does
Right.
4d4 damage.
And they had the
Long
really
range.
long range.
Yeah.
that's better than our laser cannons.
We have light laser cannons that do 2d4 with a PCU of 5. I can't replace one of those, but I can replace a gyro laser with a
It only
4d4
does
coil gun.
1d8, so that would be
With the
awesome.
Euro laser?
No,
Yeah,
I'll throw up
we
zero
can
now. Thank you.
replace Greek architecture with modern coil gun.
So that the coil gun would only be able to fire in the forward. arc,
Only in
right?
forward arc, but we weren't using the gyro laser anyway. But if we can do 44 on a head-on attack,
That's the one that Sauce took out their engines with.
nah. Well, that was
It's
lucky
the
shot.
only one that does.
That's the only weapon that fires accurately.
I mean, I could also replace the. I'm just looking at what
Yeah,
I
that's
can
totally
replace.
fine.
I can replace the light particle beam turret with a coil gun turret, increasing our minimum damage. Because they're the same PCUs. I think we only have 3 PCUs left that I can work with, so I can replace any one of the standard weapons with a coil gun with enough parts, which I think we have enough for.
Okay.
Ben, you
I'm back.
Hey, welcome
Hey,
back, Ben.
Yeah. Apparently my internet just decided to, take a dump. Okay, but we were in the role playing section. Where did I get cut off? What'd you guys last hear?
He might have future work for us.
Yeah.
After we complete this other task.
Yeah, basically that, you've proved yourself discreet and reliable, so he could, have more work in the future. But knowing that you're Starfinders, he's sure you're all going to run off and keep chasing this particular mystery because Starfinders can never seem to let a good mystery or a chance at more information rest.
Just judgmental of him. Maybe we'll come back to things every wall.
I do unfortunately have to leave. I have to go to work, but
Well, we were going to have to wrap
What
up
are
here
you, a
very shortly anyway.
responsible adult?
yeah, I'm a responsible adult who has to work overnight.
Oh, lovely.
What is it? Is it stocking time or whatever?
No, scan clerk. I replace tags and shit.
Any good sales coming up?
No idea. I haven't seen the ad.
Aw.
She'll let
And
us
it's
know
not Tuesday.
tomorrow.
Well, I was going to have to call it very shortly anyway, like 5 minutes ago in theory. But I was going to give you your rewards first. So, he is going to give you each the 1,100 credits that he promised you.
Ching!
So that is 6,600 credits, plus the 500 UPB from the ship you salvaged. And then
And if we sell the one-man ship that we got,
I will have to come up with what a reasonable price is for that, because I haven't really looked at what ships sell for.
Yeah, you have to like fully build the ship and then see what all the parts are.
cool.
So chances are you're going to actually, you know what? Forget that. In the discussion, I'm going to assume you mentioned to the ambassador.
Yeah, we
that
could sell it back to him. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm going to assume you discussed that you were attacked twice by Eoxian ships. He disavows any knowledge of it, and states very clearly that the Eoxian government has disavowed the corpse fleet, and that the only people who would be doing something like that are the corpse fleet. No official Eoxian government ship could ever have been used in that way, especially not working against someone that he specifically hired. So let's say he offers you guys an extra 3,000 credits to be circumspect about the activities of the corpse fleet, and
Ooh,
he will take the ship off your hands.
What do you think, Nibbles? Is 3,000 enough?
1,000 each. So.
Is it 3K each?
I don't
No,
think
it's
3K.
It's 3K in total.
Oh, I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. 3K.
And I'll just go ahead and tell you, I don't know what the ship would go for, but that's all you're going to get out of it.
All right.
Yeah, in Starfinder rules, if you sell anything, it's only 10% of the value. So 3K for the party is probably more than worth.
That's a terrible exchange rate.
Yeah, it's not worth it to sell anything. It's worth it to break
It is very
down
much
and use
intended
it.
to prevent you from acquiring a whole bunch of stuff just to sell it.
Why?
All of our crystals.
What's the point?
Because
Well,
if you get lucky in a starship combat and you make 25,000 credits worth of the ship's value to not overpower the characters. Because if
And
you
the other
sell a
thing
ship
is,
for 25,000 credits, you can overpower characters crazy.
Like the no qual, that has intrinsic value, so you can sell it for full price. It's like finding gold or finding credit.
It's just like ship parts and stuff like that.
Weapons, like you find a weapon that you would have to buy at a store for 1,000, you're only going to get 100. It's basically an even more aggressive form of the markup.
They expect you in Starfinder. They expect you to kill a lot of people and steal their loot, so they don't want to put too much money in the economy. Like, if you kill someone with power armor and it's 13,000 credits, they don't want you to walk around with 13,000 credits.
That's also why the items are scaled such that at level 3, you would struggle to find and be able to purchase anything that was above level 5 items. Just because you're not going to have the contacts and the know-how and the wherewithal to actually go get that stuff, even if you had the money.
3,000 credits is more than enough. Thank you, Ambassador. We can put 3,000 credits into the ship, and I think we should be able to upgrade our ship in one aspect or another.
And then as you're leaving the embassy, because that pretty well wraps up, unless you guys want to come back next session and continue the role play. as you're leaving the embassy, you get a message from Chiskisk that basically says, you've done a very good thing for the Starfinder Society. Your exploits are certainly garnering plenty of attention, and I would like to discuss with you what you found. And he basically arranges a time the next, say 1 o'clock the next day to meet with you all and go over everything. So you have basically the rest of today and part of tomorrow to kind of rest, recuperate, shop, do all those sorts of things. So before we play next session, I would encourage all of you to spend some time looking at like the item things, maybe armor, weapons, things you might like to have.
So the
And-
problem is we can't look at that stuff unless you have Fantasy Grounds open, right?
You should be able to look up
You can go to
on like the
Starfinder or
SRD type
Starjammer.
stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know
Starjammer.
how many credits I have.
Okay, well, let's look real quick.
Ben, can you post in the Discord what our current credits are?
Yeah, I will
Okay.
type that in Discord for you guys.
Yeah, this is one of the downsides of Fantasy.
Yeah, Roll20, we can go onto our sheets.
Yeah,
at
I
any
could just
time.
hop in at any
Fantasy
time and look
credits,
at my
not so
character
much.
sheet. Because, I would like to be able to, just hop in my free time and, read some of the Starfinder stuff, but I can't.
Well, I will try to leave this up as much as I can.
Oh, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I read stuff on the PFSRD, and it's mostly, so it's cool. It's just the flavor stuff isn't there as much.
Okay.
This is where we need an
Pictures.
active Google Docs that's got all the information.
You're going to talk to Amanda about that. She's the one supposed to set up the Google Docs.
She's supposed to be our historian.
Hey guys, okay, they're all on sticky notes right now.
You know,
Totally
you've been saying that for
trustworthy,
3 years,
Eopsian.
Amanda. 3 years they're on sticky notes and you haven't done anything with them.
Well, I didn't know you guys wanted stuff from Miss Haven.
I'm just messing with you.
I mean, I have most of Miss Haven in my books now, so except for the last 3 sessions, and then
Just in time for us to all die.
We're
Hey,
not
you
gonna
know-
die, Rafal. Come on.
I don't know how Eden came up with so much more cash, but
Good shot. I'm not.
that sounds about right for our characters.
I bet you didn't spend as much cash.
Nibbles spent
Also, like,
all
when I
their
invested
cash
in
on
armor.
stuff.
I bet she
but
kept some cash at the start.
How much
No,
of
no,
that
no, no.
cash is
Eden-
going back home for
I think
kids?
Eden was carrying no qual because they have a high strength.
No,
I was
Corey is
carrying-
carrying all the
yeah.
no qual.
Yeah,
Oh.
but we haven't told it
that's
yet.
Never.
that's just the credits you have. That doesn't even get into the no qual and stuff.
Yeah, you have to give me.
How
credits.
about it, Rachel?
You're hoarding again?
Hey, wait a minute. None of y'all know that she has that much money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is out of character. How about it, Rachel?
Okay,
She's sending
well,
it back
the
to
thing
her
is-
children. All 10,000 of them.
Mhm.
The thing is,
I'm doing it for a
Tell me your
nice
story.
purpose. I have children. I have chitlins.
I just want her to be that excuse. I just want her to use that excuse every single time she takes extra money. I have children to feed.
I have starving mouths at home.
I have a wife. I have a family.
Once you start sending that money to them, I might start believing that excuse.
Aw,
Wow.
I have the ship logs. I'll know if she transfers money.
Wait, Lucas, did you get my message?
I'll read your mind. I'll know if you did it or not.
So I think you guys had. I think there were at least six no qual things. So
That
I want
sounds
to give you all another.
between 6 and 8. I can't remember.
I think we were each holding one, and then Corey was holding a couple.
2 or 3, I think.
Well, I'm pretty sure there were only 6 Akatas you ended up fighting. So
Sounds right. 7 crew. We only attacked 6. That sounds right.
And I only had 2
so
of
that will
them.
be another 500 credits to each of you.
Yay!
And then we got some UPBs for building stuff.
Those have already been distributed.
Oh.
Everybody got 84 UPBs. Okay. So
For me.
that should give you guys a pretty good starting point for doing a little bit of shopping.
I'm gonna get me some armor so that my AC won't
The
be.
armor still sucks. Level 3, just like
But you can start getting armor upgrades and stuff.
You can
like
get armor up to level 5 while you're on Absalom Station.
wait, hold up. Okay, I'm confused.
Trying to get
So
our level.
can we only get up to our level, or
No. Normally,
You can get up
Like-
to what you can afford.
no. It's a double-edged thing.
So
If you were anywhere other than Absalom Station, if you weren't in a major metropolitan area, you would be limited to your level for items you could likely find in a shop somewhere. Given that you're on Absalom Station and you've got a little bit of fame going for you right now, I will let you find items up to 2 levels above your current level. There's no restriction about what level you have to be to use them.
well, that's slightly different. That Defrex hide looks pretty sweet.
If you were to
I was
if
thinking
you were
the
to
same.
find a level 20 item, you could use it.
Oh,
It's just the chances of you finding a
can't-
level 20 item
can't buy
at your
it.
level.
so it's just like the rarity, kind of.
Exactly. Except that the rarity scales with your
Yeah,
your
if you
party.
get a
I thought it was like, if you are
level
not level 4, you can't equip this item.
No,
Nope.
no.
Right.
It is
If
not
you
it is
find
not
a
a level
level 20
restriction.
rifle,
So it's
you can
like
use it.
Diablo. These are like the white items, and now we can get to yellow items.
Yes.
If Ben
Sure.
runs you on your Templar at Torment level 10, you can equip all these items.
Okay. And then armor check penalty. You take a penalty to most strength and dex-based skill checks, so it doesn't inhibit my shooting. Okay. So I can wear
it'll be
heavy
your
armor.
athletics,
checks.
acrobatics, stealth,
Yeah.
those kinds.
If you're wearing heavy armor and you're trying to do, athletics check, you're gonna take a
Oh,
penalty
but
to
it
that.
makes me slower. Oh, okay, it slows
Yeah.
you down.
So really, what at least for Nibbles and I think Aridin, we want to get like S-Tech suits, max
Yeah, I'm
dex
looking.
bonus.
Yeah, so like light armor then.
Yeah.
What are
yeah.
the armor upgrades? Let's look at these.
They do cool things like you can increase your dark vision, you can get jump jets, things like that.
I have jump jets.
I can fix those for you.
And depending on where you're looking at all your items,
There's my jump jets. And those are going to go into my Android upgrade slot. Right?
yes,
Yeah, you get one free armor upgrade to your person.
Cool.
Well, not free, but you can equip one to your person.
Ooh, what's a shield?
So, for example, there is a
Oh, these are
Vest
literal shields.
Brigandine 2 armor that is level 5 armor. It costs $26.50, but it gives you a +5 to your EAC and KAC. It has 2 upgrade slots.
How much bulk does it require?
It's light bulk.
Mm.
Says
Where's
light armor.
that?
I'm looking at the armor table from inside the game on the armory thing, but you should be able to pull up the again an item list of all the armor stuff from one of the places online.
Yes, RD.
I would think so. You may have to look under the.
If you click armor, then you click light or heavy or powered.
Yeah,
armor.
I'm looking at them. The Lashunta ringwear is dope.
Yeah, the Lucian armor is really good.
Oh yeah, what was this? Temp weave.
Yeah,
'Cause,
temp
like,
weave
I
basic
wanna- I-
+4 with a 5 dex
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah, see, on the SRD, the table for light armor does not look like it includes the stuff from the armory.
extra thing you have.
You have to go
Yeah.
to the third party or
Oh well, there's the D suit too. That's the one you were talking about, right?
No, I was talking about the Vesk Brigandine too.
yeah,
Oh.
it's in a separate book which isn't on the Starfight or Starjammer SRD.
Mm.
Anyway, like I said, I will try to leave this up as much as I can.
Sounds like
It's
we're
gonna
not doing
be
a shopping episode.
This one.
I don't know
But
if I
I'm
should
gonna have
shop
to
for
call
my
it a
person
night.
or for the shark ship.
All right.
Well, thank you for an amazing ship session.
It was
Yeah,
wonderful,
that was
Ben.
fun.
It'll be a lot faster the next time now that we know what we're doing.
It was so
God, I
much
hope so.
fun.
So we get it now.
I was looking on the forums, like trying to figure out like what the hell was going on, and they were like, if it takes longer than 20 minutes, they still haven't fixed it yet.
So this is why I didn't want to do the initial Starship combat while you guys were in the shuttle and
The hippocampus.
and the little,
Oh my god,
yeah.
that would have been brutal. That would have been
I
whole
was
session.
like, no, I'm just gonna skip that. I was tempted to skip this one too, but I was like, I can't skip all the Starship combat in the entire adventure. So
Yeah, that would be lame.
You could leave it to skill rolls if you want.
yeah, because it's a Pathfinder variant. It's very crunchy. There's a lot of rules there, and having to like, okay, it's this phase and this phase and this phase. Like, I get they're trying to get everyone involved, and it is useful. I mean, it makes sense. It is like watching a Star Trek, episode.
Yeah, and like it also kind of operates. You have your movement, your action, and your bonus action, right? And it's just kind of like, yeah, you have engineering, piloting, and then the guns, right?
Yeah. So as long as you guys enjoy the Starship combat, I don't mind it.
I thought it was a lot of fun. It
like
was
once
fun,
we
yeah.
started working together and like figuring out how, like, I really liked it, like, because we were like Star Trek,
Mhm.
Yeah, we had to communicate, be like,
I mean,
we were doing.
once we figured out,
we are made for gunner ships now. Okay, like we can blow anyone out of the sky.
Everyone that has homework, watch at least one episode of Star Trek.
I think once we figured out what we actually had to roll, it went a hell of a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm like,
Anyway, guys, I've
auto
got to
check,
call it night.
down shields.
Same.
Nice.
But
I will.
we will see
Night, guys.
everyone next week.
Yep. Catch y'all later.
Bye.
Miss Taven with the face of Aboleth, yay!
What? Not Nableth, just the Golden Elf.
Yeah,
Just the Golden Lotus.
just Golden Lotus.
Fuck them. Fuck them. There's only one Golden Lotus dude in there, and just
And Nari.
we got this.
What's the worst that can
Nari's
happen?
frozen in ice.
I gotta save her.
You can certainly try.
Oh, I'll bring the burning plane of molten metal upon that block of ice.
Ah, man. Just the fact,
Bring it on.
the fact that Amanda has that true sight, just like, oh, I can't wait. What did she see? I want to know.
It's gonna be good.
It's going to be an exciting session.
All right, see you guys next week.
Adios.
Later, guys.